Hello, gamers. What the fuck is going on, my guys? We are here. We are playing some D&D today. We are gonna actually do the thing. So welcome in. It's Tales of Valnaarmn. This is a completely homebrewed 5th edition campaign. All written up and drawn up in my crazy little mind of mine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy what we have coming. We're gonna go over a little recap here in a second on what happened last time, and then get into what they're gonna do today, which is gonna be a whole lot of sea encounters and sea stuff. So we'll see if they wind up getting to the new lands and new cities or not. But for now, I guess we're gonna hop into it. So let's get in and see what they're talking about now. So
This is my hell.
we're back. What's happening now? What is
two Enos.
Oh god. We are gonna fix that.
No.
Yay.
No.
Where's the other one at? Oh, you're up on the. You're up there.
I'm up top at the
All right.
at the ship.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like the
All right. All right, guys. Well, I guess we. It sounds like we've gotten all the shenanigans out of the way beforehand this time.
Or we've just started.
Or we've just started. I guess we're gonna find out,
Oh,
huh?
Ford, your camera's not working. Oh, there it is. I got it. I fixed it. You're
Good
good.
job.
Condescending.
I shit
Rude.
everywhere. My cat's been walking on my desk. I can tell.
No fork shenanigans? Oh, I'm sure he had tons. I let him be. I don't question it.
What is that supposed to mean?
I just always assume that we're gonna die like every session.
Oh, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a very nice. All right. But yeah, getting back into it. Last time on our session of D&D, you guys made a plan to deal with the bisected body that you found in the woods. Upon returning home to Astalia, one of you laid it to rest in the tombs, encasing it underneath the Temple of Moradin. Hopefully for a good long while, as the rest of you made plans for your journeys ahead, where you were bound for new islands and new worlds alike. After gathering a crew and supplies for the journey, you made your way down to Kiro, the city that kind of secluded itself away from everybody else.
Maybe everyone else secluded themselves away from Kiro.
In attempts to discover what the history behind the body you found was. Upon arrival, you were met with unwelcoming hosts, but given the circumstances, was rightfully so. You all antagonized and...
I didn't. I was being nice.
So was
There was
I.
only one person here that was antagonizing.
Not me.
Two people.
Attempted to discover the history, in
Me?
the process angered the entire guard. Well, you really angered the leader of the guard, which in turn angered the rest of the guard, which led to you being escorted from the city without first laying the head of the body behind you in your wake, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You all gathered on your ship and made way to your next destination, which would be... Let me get the... Oh, did I not load the map on here? Am I the worst DM ever?
Dun dun dun.
Where were we going? Were we going home first? Wasn't there something like...
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
you were...
I thought it was we're going
We're
home
going
first.
to the new land.
Are we?
No, we're going to the new land. Yeah, because I said I would send a letter because Kazur was like, no, I don't want to go back. And I was like,
Oh.
okay, fine.
True. Okay.
All right, I'm uploading the map now so we can all see where we're going here.
Well, you do that. I'll be right back. I have to get Kleenex.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry.
You know, if I was a good DM, I would have had this already, but here we are.
Don't you worry.
Oh, this isn't even the good map.
Hmm.
I even have the good map. It's somewhere. I think I sent it to Flappy. And of course, the cat was sound asleep until we started this stream up.
Mhm.
Imagine that. Maybe I didn't send it to him? Did I? Okay. Well, you're heading to Dalvincia, which is where Kazur is from, which is going to lead you into the rest of the world. I will have to dig up the other map.
Oh my god. The map. The map. I'm the map.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
I'm the map.
Yep. I'm going to have to dig that
I'm
up
Baron.
later. You're Baron. So we'll just go with the shitty map for now. It's not to scale at all.
How could you?
So do not judge that, but all right. So you're heading from Valstock.
Oh boy, it's so to scale.
It's not at all.
Gosh.
Oh no, I
the world
deleted
is
the whole
bigger.
thing. Guys, it's going so well today.
Please tell me you can control Z.
I mean, I can just drag and drop the map again. It's fine.
Oh.
I was trying to delete the paint mark that I made and in turn deleted the map. So. Put that on the map layer so I don't accidentally do that again. So you're heading from Valstock over to Dalvincia.
Holy shit,
1
this is the
second.
farthest sea travel we've ever done.
Ah, and there's a spooky monster.
My neighbors are going ham upstairs. Anyway, so it's about a 2-week journey from where, not that kind of ham. All right, Brandy. It's about a 2-week journey for your travel, and if I did it day by day, I feel like it would take ages for you guys to get there. So we're gonna do 3-day intervals. So the first day leaving, you're leaving at about 2 or 3 o'clock from the coast of Estalia off the side there. Is there anything you guys would like to do on these first few days of travel through the seas?
Not particularly.
Oh, well, I guess I would ask Baron to send a message to my home city and be like, yo, Hero is a kind of being shitty and they know about our weakness and yeah, watch out. Just kind of like explain the situation to them so they at least are aware that they are kind of like maybe sort of in danger.
All right.
I will send that message.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That's all I got.
Ina's gonna start going around to really small places and like carve like a symbol meaning like Ina was here. Yeah, just like around the boat.
Okay. The response you get from Rose's mother is a bit confused. Wasn't entirely sure why you had made your way down there, but also replies that they've never really been one to go about fighting other people or heading off to war or things of that sort, at least not in the time that she's been alive. And they are mainly stick to themselves and defend their own. And though they might be shitty and reclusive, they probably are not in danger of being invaded by Kiro anytime soon.
Be careful. just be careful.
I'm gonna work on the spear. javelin thingy
All right.
Mm.
Which is easy
in my
enough to
little
do.
workshop.
I think you had like what 2.5 days left on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was not prepared. It's been too long. I didn't remember what all to get ready. All right. Which is
When I'm
easy
not
enough.
swabbing the poop deck, that is.
You're not swabbing the poop deck. All right. Easy enough to do. These first 3 days of travel are going to be fairly simple for your crew and you guys at hand, as it is still the common seas that your crew is used to sailing. So there are no checks or otherwise to do, but I would like somebody to roll a D100 for me.
Sure.
Good luck.
That's a 64.
Nintendo 64.
Two, it's a lucky number. He's like, shit, now I can't kill them immediately.
There's only one thing that would be an immediate kill, but
I would literally rolling a 1 on a D100. Probably.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm scared
Anyway,
now.
That little smile.
you guys.
By the way, while we're on these first 3 days, can I practice my instrument? I guess I don't
course,
know.
yeah.
I remembered that I got an instrument.
Yeah, you got a
Oh yeah.
a little harp, whatever the little
A
version
lyre.
of a lyre to
Yeah.
practice on that. Yeah, like I said, if there's anything you guys want to do, Ina's crawling around in the nooks and crannies, carving her name into the ship that you guys
No,
own.
not my name, just like a symbol. Just a
Okay,
little
but
nice-
you know the ship that you guys own. Baron
enough
is
so I can deny it.
working away on your chained javelin, and you are plucking away on the lyre. So go ahead and roll a. Just do a good, just a general dexterity check. Yeah. See how nimble your fingers can be.
Why'd you pick my worst trait, man?
You picked a lyre.
Why?
It's
I
it's-
have thick, stubby fingers.
It's difficult to get a feel for the instrument, which, by the way, I need to put on this. Difficult to get a feel for an instrument while Baron is off in the corner, cling, 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 clanging away, as he smiths out this weapon for you. But you're starting to get, you know, at least a feel for it. Every now and then you get 2 or 3 plucks in a row that make out to a nice little melody, and then you, yeah, damn it. You go on the wrong note, and it kind of sets you off on it, but at the same time, you want to be good at this. This is the thing that you picked up. You've got 2 weeks to do this. You'll get better. You'll be good. But the first day of travel goes by without issue. You guys sail throughout the day into the evening. Baron, you get a full day's work in on the javelin. Ina, you find all sorts of places to just carve this little emblem that you wanted to carve all over the place. Places that probably most people won't see, as it's down low and out of sight, behind barrels, behind boxes, underneath the ballista where nobody should really go, but you crawled your way under there without being seen and left your mark all over the place. The second day comes, you all come to wake. The crew is hard at work. The seas are fine. The skies are open. Everything seems to be going well. Baron, you have the highest passive perception, right?
I don't know. I have 15.
Kazura's is pretty high too.
Mine's plus
Oh,
80.
Ina is 18
mine?
passive perception.
Yeah.
So Ina, you would be the first one to see it, and then Kazura would see it not long after you. But there is a small black dot way off in the distance from where you guys are going, like literally breaking the horizon to your guys's would be east.
Ina's gonna go to the front of the boat and go, land ho! Something ho!
Kazura kind of pipes up from the helm. He's like, I'm not sure if that's land, but it definitely is something out there.
Is it a ship?
roll a perception check. See if you can make out any better detail than what they're seeing.
I will roll a perception check. Nope, 11.
11. No, as of this moment, it's way too far off. Nobody can really make it out. It's just a black dot out on the horizon. You can tell your captain to sail a little bit closer or continue on your path along the way.
Curse these dwarven eyes.
I assume I didn't even notice it. I'm down in the bottom. I'm not there to help.
You would have heard them shouting. You definitely would have heard Ina shout land ho.
What do you mean land? And she like puts the lyre off to her bed and like you can hear her start walking up.
You hear the clanging of metal as Rose makes her way up onto deck.
Like, should we head there? I mean, last time we headed somewhere where we saw a little thing. We unleashed a deadly psycho.
Kazura pops up from the helm again. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that there is a merchant path that lays not far off the route we're taking. It could be a merchant ship. I'm not entirely sure.
So you think it's a ship?
I don't know what it is.
What should we do, Captain?
Well, we are still in fairly common waters, though to see a ship so far off is a bit concerning. We are well armed.
A spyglass or something.
Navigator. Where's our navigator at? You see her standing on the bow with the spyglass out extended, looking out that way. Yeah. At least from what I can tell, looks to be some sort of ship. Can't quite make anything else out. About our size, maybe a little bit bigger.
Do they have a sails?
Got sails. Can't really make out anything about them, though. Just that they've got them.
All right, let's weigh our options. Good guys, merchants, get some crap, maybe new shit we haven't seen.
Well, even if it's
Pirates.
merchants, I don't think they're gonna sell to you on the sea. They're probably just transferring product.
True. Pirates, we could fuck them up though. Or get fucked up and get our ship fucked up, and it's kind of a bad goal, to be honest. I know I'm the first to go fuck up a pirate ship, but not today.
Yeah, maybe see if maybe just play it by ear. If they start coming up to us, let them make the first move.
Okay. So we're just, Captain kind of takes the mood of the atmosphere here to be just kind of keep going and see what happens. At this point, you guys are heading eastward, and as you head eastward, the ship gets closer and closer. It's still a bit of a ways off, so you're not gonna like run into them, but as it does get closer and closer, the navigator is able to get a little bit, well, maybe get a little bit better view. Yeah, gets a better view of it. Appears to be a ship a little bit bigger than yours. Your ship runs with 2 masts, big sails. Is a bit more of a transport ship than a cargo vessel. This one appears to be more of a cargo vessel than what yours is. Sails of all white, or at least what used to be white, sun weathered and tanned in the extremes of the ocean. A flag of pure purple with what appears to be cresting waves of white, inlaid and stitched inside the middle, with I can never remember what the name of the little statues that are carved into the front of ships are. But with what appears to be a fish jumping out of the water as that part of the ship. Making it...
Well, I don't see this, right?
No, you don't see this. This is what the
Okay, never
navigator's
mind.
seeing. And she's describing it to everybody on deck. But the part of the front of the ship, the fish jumping out of the water makes it look as it's kind of bouncing up and down out of the sea as though this fish is the thing that's moving in and out of the water as opposed to the ship. It's very elegant, fairly high end. So,
I'll do any of us recognize it, and if no, I'll ask if Kazur recognizes it, like the sail.
Wouldn't I recognize that, the fish jumping out of the water? Isn't that a sigil for Estalia?
Is it?
is similar, and if it were on a flag, it would very much ring a bell to you. But as it is carved into the ship, it is not as similar as what you are familiar with one of the families of Estalia. Kazur does recognize, though he's not familiar with the actual business or family that is it associated with. He does know that it is familiar to him and his land. Well,
No.
Well, they're just merchants. We just leave them be, let them float and transfer their cargo. I doubt they're any trouble.
Do
course,
they
but I-
look like they're heading to Valstock? Or they're
make
just sailing?
a nature check.
Uh, 13.
13. You're not entirely sure. You guys are kind of in a crosswind right now, just kind of tacking and catching the wind where you can to keep you heading in your direction. As when you're at sea, you're kind of at the mercy of whatever the weather may push you towards. And it appears that the direction they're traveling, they're catching the wind to head more in a northerly pattern. Kazur lets you know that there are multiple cities and towns and things of that sort that are definitely more northward than here. And it's likely that they're following a trade route somewhere north and away from where Valstock is. But you're not entirely sure. They're not heading towards Valstock, though.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
No concern.
The
I
captain
think-
agrees. The captain agrees.
I'm gonna draw their thing, like the flag, and
Okay.
like what I think the boat looks like on my little booklet before we.
Easy enough to do. You get out some purple flowers that you have laid inside your cloak and mash them up into a little bit of a paste to kind of give the flag some color so you remember what it is, and outline the crashing waves that are on there as well to give the ship a little bit of character, and draw as best as you can, kind of using the ship you guys are currently on as a template for what you may have. And trying to remember what this ship may be and may encounter in the future. But you make your way on. The ship does not seem to pay any mind to you, nor really you to it. You guys did notice it and debate about what to do, but continue on your way, not needing to arm any weapons or prepare yourselves or anything, and continue on. The day is another clear one. It gets a little overcast, some clouds fly in, but not much other than that happens, and another day is put to rest. Baron, you get another...
hey,
Unfortunate, we don't have Lapras here to tell us what day it is, like in game.
Yeah.
Well,
true.
we'll just remember how many days we go through. I'll mark them down. We've gone through 2 so far. So Baron, you get another full day work. You have a half day work left on the javelin. Yep, roll another dexterity check for me. Sorry, there's a fruit fly in my room. I didn't get it.
Oh no.
No.
The seas
not
are a little
learning
bit
shit.
as you get away from the coast of Valstock, the seas get a little bit choppier, and being that you're more of a land-based combatant and haven't spent a whole lot of time on the seas, it's taking you a little bit, especially on these open seas, these unfamiliar seas where none of you have really been before, to gain your footing. And every now and then a big wave hits the side and kind of knocks the lyre out of your hand, and you break a string and have to spend time restringing that. And it's very frustrating doing something so delicate as opposed to flinging your great weapons around it's a new challenge, but you welcome it.
So, because of the rough waters and the fact that I'm like being jerked around, I rolled Constitution to see if I would get sick. I am
You're
fine.
good. You're good.
I'm good.
There's a couple little moments of, oh, I'm a lady. Ugh.
I'm good. I can get my sea legs.
But you finish out the second day, and the third day comes.
Uh-oh.
You see that ahead. Captain kind of reaches out to Kazur, and Kazur squints his eyes a little bit. Off on the distance, he kind of points it out. Ina, what do you make of that? Roll a nature check for me.
19.
19. You've got a storm coming your guys' way.
Ooh.
It is still pretty far off, and you probably have this day to prepare for it, but this looks like a pretty gnarly bit of weather that is heading you're heading in its direction, or it's heading in your direction. You're not entirely sure, but it is going to make for some difficult traveling in the next day or so.
We should ask those who are experienced with sailing what they think is the best thing to do right now.
Okay. You ask around to the ship hands, the navigator, the captain, all those that be, and they let you know that tying down the ballistae is definitely a high priority, as those are the most expensive part of the ship and probably the most mandatory for a long journey such as this, for who knows what you may encounter on the sea. And any food and or water stores that you may have to make sure you don't lose your fresh water and means of survival throughout this. And just getting yourselves ready for big waves, lots of rain, wind, and everything that may come in between.
I think I remember in Pillars of Eternity 2, you do have to deal with like weather conditions when you're on the boat, and I think I remember the like right choice is always like tie down everything and then go wait it out inside of the ship. I remember that was the choice I always picked. You
Which
could
is
also
a
try
choice.
to navigate.
Which is a
And
choice.
I was like, nah.
However, you guys have a new section of possibilities coming ahead, so who knows what'll happen. But Baron, you, halfway through the day, about 1, 2 o'clock, complete your chained spear for Rosalind.
Hey, I throw it out.
Toss it over the side of the
How does
ship.
this fly? Yep. Oh, shit.
Oops.
I forgot to attach the chain.
I will present it to her.
Oh my goodness, you completed it! That's perfect. Everything that I asked for. You are such an expert in your craft.
Another satisfied customer.
How
All right.
much do I owe you?
Did I pay you? I don't remember.
I mean, you let me sleep at your home for free for like a month-ish.
Oh, but that's because
So-
we're friends.
Well, this is free because we're friends.
Are you sure? You are an artisan.
It's all good. All good.
All
You get
right,
the
well,
friendship discount.
I will pay for the next one if there ever is one then.
Just dedicate a song to me when you become a famous lyre player.
I can't even get my fingers really on the strings without breaking one, so that's gonna be a very long time.
It's all right. Dwarves live for a long time, so
That's true.
there you go.
Rosaline is examining it and she like attaches the chain to her hip and says,
Obviously, it needs a name. I should get to thinking.
So, for your chained javelin, 1 second, Randy. And because he tipped it with the meteorite as opposed to just regular steel, it is a 1d8 javelin instead of a 1d6. I say you're gonna have to create an item because I haven't done it in Roll20 before, and I figure you have a better grasp on how to create stuff.
Yeah. What kind of is it strength?
It's a strength-based weapon. Yep.
Strength plus to roll or damage?
Damage is a 1d8 instead of 1d6.
1d8.
A normal javelin is a 1d6, but since he tipped it with the meteorite, it is a 1d8. You have a
Oh yeah.
30-foot range. Anything past that is disadvantage. And it can't go past 60 feet.
Oh, so 30, 60. Okay.
Yeah. And then... what's up?
I was just asking to roll. Is there any Bennett like ads or no?
Whatever your normal adds for a strength-based weapon are. It's not like a +1 or anything like that. It's just a standard javelin, just with a little more damage.
Okay. I imagine piercing.
Piercing damage, yep.
Yeah.
How does it work for like it's got a chain on it, obviously.
I'm getting.
Does she like action?
I'm
Oh.
getting to that. I'm just waiting for her to be ready for the
Yeah.
description part.
Yep.
So when an attack hits with the javelin, it is embedded into the target. On the next turn, you can make a contested strength check to try and pull that target up to 10 feet. And that target, if it wants to move away from you, has to make a contested strength check.
Okay, so I wrote. This is what I have so far. When an attack hits with the javelin, it is embedded in the target. On the next turn,
Mm-hmm.
I can make a contested strength check to pull towards me.
Yep. 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
And then if the target wants to move away from you, they have to make a contested strength check to be able to move away from you.
Do they need to roll something to unembed the javelin?
If they can take an action to do so, yes. If they so choose. I didn't think about putting that down. It was just in my head. But yes, they can take an action to try and rip it out of themselves. It will probably do some damage as it is a spear tip,
A javelin.
but you're
yeah.
not entirely sure what that damage would be unless you try
have-
it on somebody.
What do they have to roll to take it out?
It would just be an action to rip it out.
Okay.
And like I said, they would probably take some damage, but
But causes additional damage to them.
yep.
Okay.
All right.
And anything else I need to put?
I don't think so. Unless there's something else on there that you need to know about. Like I said, I haven't made it on Roll20 before.
No. I just have to do a name.
Okay. And like I said, it's not a magical weapon, so it doesn't have any bonuses or anything. Brandy, what were you about to ask about?
Because I see that the storm's coming, can I like equip some spells? Like change some spells? Like read a book
In the
before bed or whatever?
In the evening, yeah. So the storm will not hit you in this evening. It'll be a day or two away, but you guys are heading towards it. So you will have time to change your spells and stuff around.
Okay.
Anything else you all would like to do on this third day of travel?
No, just like prepare the ship as
Yeah.
good as we can, really.
Start buckling down stuff and getting it ready to like bear a storm.
Which is easy enough to do, especially with Ina being able to catch it so far off and so quickly. You guys are able to batten down the hatches, as it were, and prepare your ship for incoming inclement weather.
All right.
You all to go to rest with a little bit of unease happening this evening as everyone's preparing for the storm that Ina has alerted you guys to will be probably a nasty one. Baron.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Go
You
ahead.
go ahead first. You go ahead first.
It's still the night before, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not actually doing it. I haven't prepared the one spell yet.
Oh, okay. So you have something for whenever you guys wake up? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
In the night, you're asleep. Sound asleep. You haven't slept this well in a long time. The rocking of the boat and the sound of the waves seems to call home to some of the travels that you made when you were researching your art. You open your eyes, and you're on the deck of the ship. Sitting against the mast, one leg up, the other outstretched, your right arm resting against your knee. And you look off to your right, there's a barrel with Moradin sitting on top, kind of carving a piece of wood. Like you're making your way out.
Yeah. It's a big step.
It is. I'm afraid you don't realize how big of a step it actually is. These
definitely
these lands you're heading to, they are not fond of me or my brethren, and with that will cause some struggles.
Like, will I be a threat to them, or?
He hops down off the barrel, that piece of wood still in his hand, walking towards the edge of the ship, still carving. You can see wood chips fall to the ground. Every now and then you see a flash of lightning off in the distance in that storm that you guys are heading towards, almost like you're actually on the ship, not asleep. But you know this can't be the ship. No, you're fine. It won't be as close to you once you get over there. He turns around. You can see the carving in his hand appears to be some sort of figurine. You're not entirely sure of what at this moment. May have trouble providing you with some of the resources that you've been accustomed to back home.
Well, that is troubling. Do you think me, like, making a shrine or something in these new lands would help bring you there, or?
Might help, and the place you're heading is definitely one of the more conducive atmospheres for my kind, but I fear that some of the other places you may travel, it will be hard to reach you, as your faith is not as indulgent as some of the places you've come from.
I see.
Just know if something doesn't work or happens to not reach, not because I'm not there, it's that they won't allow it. That makes any sense. And he stopped carving.
Well, I'll try to change that while I'm out here, the best I can.
It's the best that I can ask for, and what many of the other of us can ask for as well. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, you've got me to where I am today, along with my friends, but just look after my family, if you don't mind.
He kind of smiles to himself, and a small still image of your sister sleeping in her bunk kind of appears by his right knee. Your daughter sleeping next to her mother appears by his right shoulder. Don't worry. You've got them. And just worry about you. And hope that I can still be the man that you've always seen me as. At least since I found you anyway.
Well, I have no doubt in that. I know we're reaching our out of touch zone, but there's a pretty nasty storm coming, and I mean, I think we could use all the help we can get for that.
Yeah, they do get a bit rough out here. He kind of kneels down and places whatever figurine he was carving in your hands. Talk to her. She might be able to help a little bit more than me. Never really been my forte, the weather.
I'll look at the carving.
You look down in your hand as he kind of pulls his large dwarven paws away from yours. And there's a figure of... It's a tree. Pretty obviously a tree, but with a female figure standing in front of it. Holding a staff, looking very calm and at ease. You recognize this to be a representation of Melora. Especially with the time that you've spent with Ina.
Cool.
The last words you hear
Well, yeah.
are, she'll guide you. Don't worry. As you look back up and he's gone, the ship's still rocking, you're the only one up there. A couple lanterns still lit, begin to go dim, softly go out in the night. As you go back to darkness. So, just so you're aware, going forward in the new world, some of your high-level spells have a chance to not actually function.
Just for Baron, or
For right now, Baron is the only one. Depending on where you at, changes the amount of chance of happening. But yes, just keep that in mind.
Good to know.
The ties to the gods are not as strong as they are from your world, and thus lead to certain issues. And like you proposed, raising shrines and bringing people towards them will help, and can possibly entirely get rid of the chances, but...
I see.
God,
Okay,
we really
good to
are
know.
missionaries. Holy shit!
At least Baron is. But
He's
the night...
really
about
a
the work of Moradin?
successful missionary. He's converted one soul.
You got one.
That's true.
And she's a very strong-minded individual, so...
Yes. She's a devout supporter. I would any day we're doing this like travel, I would just like it to be known that I would try to do, I guess, Blessing of the Forge on Rose's armor. I'll just say for everyone.
That's one of your features, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
so that one has no effect. That's a class feature of yours. It's kind of a given. So Blessing of the Forge will always be good to go.
Lucky.
Okay.
I named the javelin.
Huh?
I named it Freikugel, which is
Right.
in a German story as magic bullets that never miss their target.
Damn, that's cool.
Damn, that's cool.
All right.
Good choice.
Very
Yeah.
creative.
The night comes to a close. You all awake, Baron a little wary of what may come in the future, and you all make your way on deck where you see this ever-present storm approaching. Ina, make another survival check for me real quick.
Survival, not nature.
Rose, make another dexterity check. Dexterity check for your liar. Yeah, survival this time.
19, sorry.
19. Looking at the storm, how fast it's moving and how fast you guys are moving, it appears to be moving, you guys are kind of moving in a southeastern way, and it appears to be moving in a almost straight north with a little bit of westward direction. It looks like you're going to catch the edge of it, and you're not going to go directly through the center of it, but you're going to catch a good bit of that lower edge of the storm. And it appears that it'll be there in 12 to 16 hours. You're not entirely sure, but that's about the best range that you can get is 12 to 16 hours.
I'm gonna tell the captain, like, what direction I see that the wind's kind of going and explain to him that.
Gotcha. He makes a required adjustments. They continue to tie down and lock down everything that they need to. Rose practices her lyre. This time actually is able to pluck out a couple tunes. You guys
Ooh.
get a few minutes of actual music playing below deck.
Ah.
Would you look
Over
at
the-
that there? I might be a bard.
Oh,
A
the
bard?
ode to Moradin.
A bard fighter multi-class. What about that?
I think Eno will come down and like listen to the playing and kind of like be soothed by it because it like reminds
It's-
her.
Mm.
Blink, 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 blink,
It's
blink,
nothing
blink,
like
blink.
your grandfather, but it's
it's
definitely reminiscent, and it kind of brings you at ease, especially with this calm before the storm as you sit down and listen to Rose kind of pluck away. And every now and then there's a six to 10 line rhythm that kind of happens where you get do-do-do, ba-da-da, na-na-na-na, ba-da-da-da-da. But it's nice to have something that reminds you of home this far away from what you're used to. I need another D100 roll from somebody.
Not me.
I don't even know how to do it, to be honest.
I will do it, yeah. But also,
Okay.
I have a question I realized about the javelin.
Go for it.
72, by the way. For the javelin, when it comes to my multi-attack, because I have, like, as a fighter, I can attack 3 times. I understand that you probably don't want me to be, like, stab, stab, stab with it, but, like,
Okay.
could I use my multi-attack turns to, like, pull in 10 feet? Is that a
Mm.
thing?
I'd say you...
You can do it like
Let
you
me-
did with
let
the
me-
horn, that
let
I
me-
can't get 3 attacks. I could just only get 2, so I can pull in once with the multi-attack.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's not.
I'd
it's not
say
I get
that's good
20
because
feet in
thinking-
like 1 turn.
thinking about how they did fighter with Percy in campaign 1 and how he could use his action to shoot, reload, shoot, and then bonus action reload, I'd say that's a pretty fair thing. You can hit them and then pull in with the other part of your action once.
Once. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me rewrite that.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. At the time that I wrote that card, you didn't have 3 attacks, so I didn't even think about it. So,
That's fair.
all right, I have to roll a dice now. Yeah, go ahead.
What's the general, like, is everyone scared on the boat right now, or how are those kids doing? Like,
Yeah.
what's the vibe on the ship right now?
With your passive insight, it's pretty easy to tell. There is a visible concern. Nobody on this ship has been this far away from the islands that you guys are from. Nobody has seen a storm this big, and though they're very weathered seamen, it is definitely an air. Shut up, Brandy. There's definitely an air of just an air of worry. I was trying to think of a different word for it, but an air of worry and just stagnant breath that seems to take the deck around you as everything is now tied down. Barrels are locked down, boxes are nailed down, what have you. Everything is in its place. People are kind of standing, holding onto the edge, watching forward, waiting for whatever's going to happen. Every now and then the captain calls out a command and they haul sails up or lower sails as they're trying to minimize the impact of this storm that you guys are making your way towards.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to gather everyone in hopefully a 20-foot area. Just kind of have everyone assemble.
And it's easy enough to
Even the
do.
kids?
Especially the kids.
What does it do? What does thaumaturgy do?
Well,
No,
thaumaturgy
I'm
is
just,
just
like,
making his voice
Booming
louder.
my
Like,
voice.
Yeah. It's especially easy to do. The captain, hearing your voice, kind of gathers everybody that he can around, gets everybody on deck in the area. I would say everybody but 2 deckhands who are currently manning the wheel and the sails to make sure that you guys, don't go flying way too off course. But I'd say you get
Okay.
almost everybody but those 2 deckhands within an area.
Okay,
Maybe
I'll
I'll-
just kind of announce to everyone. I'm not sure if this will help, but we need calm emotions on these rough waters. Panicking is only going to lead to mistakes, and I'll cast calm emotions on the group. I'm not sure how you want this to work because it seems like it's kind of, I don't know, it seems like a weird interpretation.
I'm looking here. I had to
It's
refresh
like they
the
fall in
page.
the water, start drowning. Oh, I'm drowning now.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes. Drowning.
It's like something like if someone's frightened, if one of our allies is frightened,
Yeah.
you can cast that to keep them calm. But I kind of wanted to flavor it in a way that's just like, some shit's about to go down, but let's be a little chill.
Wait, how many days has it passed since we left?
3?
It's been 3 days. You're on the 4th day.
Oh, I know what day it is because the day we left was the 28th
Okay.
of the 7th month.
So we're in the 2nd day of the 8th month now.
Oh.
Go ahead and make just a general charisma check for me, Baron. And Brandy, what were you going to say? Or
Okay.
Ina?
I was gonna suggest to because we're Kazura's had the most time with the kids, right?
And through these last 4 days, he's been spending a lot of time with those kids. Oddly enough, he's not saying a whole lot this time.
Because they're little kids. Like, I know they're here to help, but maybe just keeping them more below deck, away from all the hectic stuff, and keeping them relaxed can be your task.
I don't see why. They need to be exposed to things like this.
Does sound like something Kazur would say.
Yeah, he would definitely not agree with that.
I'll keep them safe, but I'm not just going to stick them in a cupboard down below.
Ina was literally thinking maybe I should go down with them and then just cast illusion pretty things around.
I'll
All
keep them
right.
safe. Don't worry. I've put too much money into these two to lose them yet.
What money has he put into them?
I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
Time is money.
There you go. Time is
Nah,
money.
it's there. Yeah.
What was
I
it?
got a 7 for my charisma check.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah.
The captain, the navigator, and some of the more weathered sailors are kind of looking at each other side-eyed, I don't really know what this guy's doing, but the more the younger, not as traveled sailors you watch their shoulders kind of roll back, they relax, and they kind of deep breath in, deep breath out. They kind of, okay, we can do this. We got this. So it made a
If
difference.
I'm there, I kind of want to know if it affects me.
Roll an insight check.
Oh God, I'm bad at those.
It's not a high DC as he's casting a spell, but at the same time. Or it's not a low DC, but
Oh well, apparently I know.
Whoa.
you see everybody else relax and you're like, oh, all right. Yeah, we're good. It's gonna be fine. Take a deep breath. Everything's good. Your mind kind of gets that tingly feeling when dopamine hits you and you're like, yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna be all
I'm
right.
gonna be okay. I'm not gonna puke. I've got this.
I'm not gonna puke. Not gonna puke. Okay.
I'm a strong, delicate flower, and I'm gonna be okay.
I forget. How many people is on our boat?
Good
1,
question.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and you 4, 11, 12, something like that. I think they were.
It was 6 deckhands plus the 2 kids.
I thought.
No, wait,
You
no, it's
needed
6 in total with
6.
the 2 kids.
Yeah, so you have 4 deckhands, 2 kids. So there's 6. You 4 makes 10, and then Captain Navigator. Oh, and
Dex Mal.
Dex Mal, and the Brigadier, the quartermaster, the guy who takes care of all the weapons. So you're at like 15, 16 people.
Okay.
It's a pretty big ship, though.
It's a big ship. I think she was looking at spells, I think is her thing.
Yeah. Don't look.
I'm looking, and
All right.
not respectfully.
No, it's good.
The night comes, and with it, lightning and thunder begin to strike all around the ship as some of you begin to make your way below deck for sleep.
I'm gonna stay up.
Some people stay up. But the weather
also
hits. You're gonna stay up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. About
Rose
half.
wants to sleep. She can't sleep. She's feeling nauseous, and she's like on the edge of throwing up, but she doesn't.
There you go.
The waves have grown to about 3 times the size of what you guys have been used to on the last few days of this travel. The rain is falling in sideways as the wind spins in torrents around you guys. The lightning and thunder begin to rattle the lanterns and metal that is not entirely secured onto the ship. As about half your deckhands are above deck, half are below, trying to get whatever sleep they can with all of the ruckus and racket going on. The captain at the helm steering wildly back and forth as the wind throws your ship to and fro. The navigator trying to find the stars through all the clouds and rain and everything in between. You guys are on deck, doing your best to help, pulling ropes, raising sails, lowering sails, doing what you need to do. I need you all, whoever's up on deck attempting to help, I need you to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Fuck.
7.
14.
Okay. Oddly enough, the dwarf that is usually the most heavy-footed of you is the one who is most stalwart in this moment, grabbing 2 ropes at one time, wrapping them around his wrists and holding the sails in place as they go fluttering amongst the wind. The small gnomish
That's
that is
badass.
usually light-footed of you is tumbling back and forth, running into the sides, hitting the rails. The ballista turning, she has to grab onto the strings of the ballista to keep from falling off of the ship every now and then. The captain is shouting out commands as you all make your way through this storm. The deckhands are faring very well, given the inspiring speech and calming emotions that Baron told them not long before. They're able to hold their ground and steady the sails for this traversing of this storm. Rose, underneath, you and Kazur are attempting to help lock down whatever may be rolling about that was not secured beforehand. The 2 children are trying their best, but are too small and have yet to find their sea legs for such a big and monstrous storm tearing through this area of the sea at the moment, and are not able to really grasp their footing. Every now and then you have to reach down and grab the scruff of their neck and kind of pull them back to their feet and push them in the correct direction. Kazur,
Hey, over there.
Kazur is almost at home, it seems. His feet seem to dance and find their way into spots that keep him almost exactly upright as you guys are kind of slanting and leaning back and forth as this storm rocks your ship back and forth. This is going to take a while, and you guys all see it. As the deckhands switch places, as some go back down to find a rest, and the ones who are trying to get some rest come up top. The 2 of you, do you continue to help up top, or do you go back down below?
Mm-hmm. I stay
How
up.
long were we up there for?
A few hours. I'd say probably 4 or 5 hours. If you continue to help up on deck, you will take an exhaustion point as you are nearing the end of the day without rest.
Okay. How do you do that? Exhaustion point.
Mm.
And what does it do?
The first level exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all ability check. I don't exactly know how to do it on D&D Beyond.
Be careful with exhaustion points, because if you get 3, you die.
What?
I think it's 4, but
Inspiration.
Still, be careful.
Conditions?
it's probably under conditions, yeah.
Exhaustion. Yeah.
Baron will have a snooze.
I'll stay up.
Oh no, it is 6 exhaustion points that you die. At 3, you have a disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. But all right, so Ina, you're staying up. So take your exhaustion point. You now have a disadvantage on all ability checks. So perception, investigation, like all of that stuff is disadvantage, and I believe initiative is also an ability check, so that's at disadvantage as well. So just keep that in mind if it comes into play.
Okay.
Baron goes to sleep. Kazur actually comes up on deck to kind of help out that way. The navigator and the captain switch spots so as the captain does not entirely wear himself out trying to control the wheel at the helm, as it is a mighty hefty thing to row back and forth under these conditions. The deckhands, Ina and Kazur, all begin to make their way and trying to muster the sails and everything that they can to continue to navigate correctly through this storm. Ina, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw for me. Which is not...
I don't have that on that.
No, because it's a saving throw. It's not a check.
19!
Very nice. For a total of?
I'm rolling 19 like nobody's business.
What's your total on that saving throw?
What do you mean?
So you have an addition on the left-hand side there. Your saving throws?
I got
1.
19.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you rolled a 19. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Okay. I actually need to roll a different dice. Okay. As you guys are sailing and pulling sails and wrapping the capstan and doing everything that you're being shouted at to do by the captain, who has much more experience on the seas than what you guys are used to. The lightning strike comes down in the middle of the ship, kind of lighting a small fire in the ship before it goes out. There's a dark circle about 7 to 10 feet in diameter in the middle of the ship, just in between the 2 masts, narrowly missing one of the deckhands, kind of sending splinters out as he goes falling to the deck. Doesn't hit any of the sails, doesn't cause any damage, luckily. But you guys are aware that this is a little more dangerous than just sailing through a storm. You guys are able to avoid anything that may transpire in the interim as you begin to make your way. Ina, roll a survival check for me. 22.
These are my lucky dice today.
You look down, you give a couple of your scraps to the you help the deckhand off the deck who was next to the lightning bolt as it struck down. And as you kind of pick him up and look off in the distance, you see the light rays of a sunny day breaking out beyond the storm. You reckon you've got another couple hours to go, but you definitely see a end in sight for this torrent that you guys are currently under. However, this has been another few hours that you guys have been in this part of the storm. So, yes, Rose.
So she brought him down below, right? The guy who got hit by nearby lightning.
At this point, she's just kind of like helped him up, get off the deck. He didn't specifically get hit. It just hit next to him and kind of almost like an explosion threw him to the side as Ina kind of helps him get on his feet again. She looks up over the deck and sees the sunlight breaking the edge of the storm.
I was just curious if he went down because I figured I could help tend to any wounds since I've definitely done it to myself.
Yeah. Which she is welcome to do at this point.
Sure.
But Ina, do you stay up on board to continue helping out?
Yes, I will stay up.
It hasn't been long enough that you gain another exhaustion point at this point, but it is growing tiring to be up on this deck for this amount of time. The ship is listing nearly 30 degrees with the waves at this point as you guys continue to travel onward. And as you do, the lightning dies down a little bit and the winds begin to kind of... It's more of gusts instead of this constant barrage of rain and wind. Yeah.
I assume I would have told them where I saw the light and like head that exact direction.
Yes. Okay. You point it out to the navigator, who reeks the sail over to the side, or the wheel over to the side, and begins to make direction that way as to not get caught up farther into the storm. As you guys begin to make your way out, Rose, she does bring the one next that got almost struck by lightning down below deck as you help him tend to... He's got some like shrapnel from the wood that splintered from the deck. He's not terribly hurt, but definitely more than what a normal sailor is really used to. But you're able to
Yeah.
help out with that. As you begin to near the edge of it, the wind dies, the rain slows, everything grows a wee bit quieter. Everything seems to be a little more at ease now. As you've made your way through this torrent of weather that could have been traumatic to you guys, but the rolls are ever in your guys' favor for some reason.
Hooray.
Nina's gonna go to like the captains and stuff. Like, great work. I'm going to bed.
Okay. At this point, the sun has risen. Bairn, you would be coming awake pretty soon. Probably about the time that Ina comes down, you would be waking up. It's probably like 8, 9 in the morning at this point. The deckhands are kind of switching off posts. You see some of them are a bit worse for wear, but no blood, no serious injuries. As you awake, you see Rose kind of patching up some guy that looks like wood. There's bloody wood splinters on the deck next to her as she's bandaging up the rib cage of this deckhand.
Right, this part's gonna hurt a little bit, but the sting means it's working.
I'll step up and give him a cure wounds, first level.
I thought you were about to kiss him like on the forehead.
Good work, baby.
Yeah. Love you.
Yes.
9 points of healing.
9 points. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You watch as the wounds that Rose has been so tenderously preparing just automatically close up and heal up on the spot.
Wow. I should have let the expert do it. At least I
Okay.
tried.
You got him started.
He kind of holds the glass of wine in his hand. He's like, this probably helped more than that, to be honest. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. What do you think? It's a very good brand.
Rose goes on like trying to like talk about wine with this man.
It's very good. Can I try and get some sleep, please?
Oh, yeah. I probably need some sleep. I've been up night.
I mean, I imagine Rose is up to like trying to like put stuff away.
Yeah,
and then
you were
also like healing people.
You were up
what
through the
to
night as
do.
well. So you would have an exhaustion point, but by the time you go to sleep and get your long rests, you'll be fine again. So
Of
I was
course.
gonna ask, is that how do you get rid of exhaustion? You sleep?
long rests remove 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So if you had gotten 2 points of exhaustion over the night,
You
like
need
if
2 days of sleep.
technically that lightning had a chance to set your ship on fire, which could have really spun things out of control. If you had gotten 2 points and you slept 1 long rest, you would only get rid of 1 point and would still have 1 point of exhaustion. So
Okay.
after your long rest, you'll be
Feel
good.
it in your bones.
You feel it in your bones.
I'm
Your
gonna have a long rest,
bones.
then, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
So-
sleep too.
Rose and Ina are passed out. Kazur actually passes out as well because he stayed up throughout the night. So Baron, it is you and some very
It said
hard-weathered
requires food and
sailors.
drink. Sorry.
That's a given with long rests.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's a given that you eat, drink, and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some weathered deckhands.
Yeah, they're not injured. It's just it was a rough night for all those involved. The captain and the navigator are kind of helping pick up the pieces of the deckhands, get the sails and everything back in order as you make your way out of this storm.
I'll give them a hand, cleaning up and mending things, and yeah, give them a little break.
Easy enough to do. The captain and the navigator much appreciated as they
Digitation.
put a lot of effort into the past night's events. Going forward,
They deserve sleep.
they actually do not go to sleep immediately and wait for the 3 of you to make your way back on deck to have some sort of leadership going forward, as opposed to just deckhands leading deckhands.
Well,
Mm.
Baron's there.
Well, yeah, it would be Baron and Kazur, not.
Well, Kazura's asleep too.
Because there's this.
It's Baron's the only one of you four that are currently awake. And granted, yes, Baron is an excellent individual, but they want to have more than one eye on everything.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So
Well,
what are we
since-
doing? Just sitting?
Okay, I'll say since Ina did all up there, I'll say Rosaline doesn't go back to bed. She tells the not quartermaster. She tells the captain and the navigator to get some rest, and she'll be up here. Even though she's not an expert, she'll be here as an extra eye.
You will get another point of exhaustion if you do that. Two is your speed is halved.
Mm.
We may need you.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
If baddies come,
I'll go
yeah.
to sleep. I'll go to sleep.
it's a sunny day. We
Here's a
we
blanket.
made it through a storm.
And it remains a sunny day for you guys. You guys are getting lucky rolls right now. Fucking,
Oh shit! It might not have remained sunny.
it could have not. Squalls, they come on you fast and they leave you fast. But it is a sunny day continuing forward. The captain and the navigator, they have bags under their eyes. Their movements are a little sluggish, but they seem to be keeping up. They are fairly hardened sailors and continue on their path that they need to going forward. So, yes,
Do they have 2 points of exhaustion now too?
they will.
Fuck.
Hmm. I would like to. I'll pretend like I'm going to go use the washroom, and I'm gonna scry on my daughter because
Okay.
I miss her. Because I just saw the Morden dream, and Baron is homesick now.
Okay. You make your way below deck, and then,
She's getting railed.
Jesus. Oh, you head to the tub area of the lowest deck and kind of set up your ritual in the corner. Listening to the waves rock you back and forth. It reminds you almost of the bellows of a forge, kind of blowing, heating that rush of air that comes from one side out the other as you heat your metal. And as you open your eyes again, you're out in a field. Winds blowing. Grass like waves that you're sailing upon. You see a little head pop up. Kind of look around. Go back down. And then you see 2 little ears pop up out of the grass as well. And they come back down. And then you watch as your daughter sits there, ever still, just hiding in the grass. She's got this really lovely childlike smile and just giggling and laughing to herself as out from the grass breaks this not small, but not overly large dog that kind of tackles her over on the ground and begins licking her face manically as some puppies do. As she does, what's your daughter's name again? I totally forgot. It's been too long.
I also forget. What was my sister's name?
That's a good question.
I
Was
wrote
it-
it down.
Was it Jurgen? My sister's
No.
name?
No, your daughter's
it
name's
was-
Jurgen.
My daughter's name's Jurgen.
So
Yeah,
as
again.
the dog is licking her face.
I put Baron and his sister, so I did not write down.
Oh, Vistra.
Vistra, yes, that's your
yeah.
sister. Yes. As the dog is licking her face and she's kind of trying to pat it away, you hear off in the distance, yeah,
Pew.
and you recognize that to be the mother's voice calling from far off.
Is she your ex-wife? I can't remember.
Yeah, we're separated, but civilly.
It was an amicable one. And she
Yeah.
kind of quits playing with the hound and stands up and brushes herself off as the dog, runs around her legs and looking up at her with the tongue out, the ears flopping back and forth. And she takes running off into the grass once again. Ever so happy, it seems.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong. Just playing with her pup.
I like that.
What?
Nothing. I'm just remembering what Brandy said.
Oh God.
Brandy's terrible.
She's
know.
the worst.
Heartfelt.
I miss my daughter. I want to see her. She's getting railed.
Meanwhile, if we said
remember
one
when
wrong thing about her hometown,
Yeah.
she's like, "I'll kill you."
Or Eris. You say anything about Eris, she rips your fucking throat out, dude.
She's getting
Yeah,
nailed in the afterlife.
true.
This
yeah,
is
at least
not
my,
Ina
at
that
least my
said that.
daughter's
This is-
alive.
Jesus.
I'm a
Anyway.
better parent. My kids are alive. Haha.
Holy shit. Mine died of old age. Not really, actually.
Oh.
But damn.
She did not die from old age.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Anyway, you come back out of your scry, and everything seems to be well. Is there anything else you would wish to do before the others wake up?
Take a dump.
I'm
Sorry.
throwing off the ship.
I was like really close to taking the weed gummy before we started playing today. Glad I didn't.
I stopped her. You're welcome. No, I think that's about all I'll do.
All right. As the sun
Wait,
begins.
you actually are going to take a dump?
No. No. He said no, I
No.
don't want to do anything else.
Okay.
I think that
Jeez.
goes without saying. The bodily functions just happen.
They just
and
happen.
Yeah,
we don't
they
we
have
don't
to
have to
talk
role
about
play
it.
them.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about every time. Well, we do talk about every time we eat. Never mind.
Every time, but you guys talk
Yeah.
about food a lot.
Like,
But anyway,
Have Rosalie.
as the sun begins to set and the oranges and reds take the sky, you move below deck to begin waking up your fellow compatriots.
it's sunset and we're waking up?
Yeah, you guys went to bed
You
like
guys
early in
did
the
it all
morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ina wakes up with the squirts.
Oh, get out of the way!
Cannon. But no, Baron
Why didn't
wakes.
Nina just turn into a bird and shit?
Oh,
three
that's
of you
what
wake
call
up.
it.
No, I could turn into a
Bag.
seagull and just fucking fly around all the time.
You
Some
could.
people.
Well, for a number of hours in a day, but
Yeah, that's true. Now,
Rosalind is up. She's. How's the water? The boat.
it's actually fairly calm. It seems like in the wake of that storm, the seas have kind of mellowed out a little bit. It's still quite a bit of rocking, but nothing that you're not used to after 6 days at sea now. Without your armor, you're able to gain your sea legs. Once you put that armor back on, it's a little more delicate of a dance that you have to do with all of that weight being shifted, but pretty well got in the
Rose has
hand.
put on her armor as she goes up, and she's like, "I got this. I got this." I rolled high. I gave her advantage because I was like, if she went through the whole night with the whole like storm, I think she's gotten her sea legs at this point.
At this point, without your armor, I would say if you have your armor on, it's just a straight roll, but
Okay.
because that's a lot of weight that's just kind of being thrown around for a fairly tall girl. But you all wake up. The captain kind of hands off to Rose and Kazur, seeing that Kazur has been on ships more frequently than Rose, but Rose is the one who hired him. And they're kind of seen as equals as far as the command ship goes, as they go down to get their much deserved rest at the end of the day. Both of you make a perception check for me.
can I say that Ina, like, when she woke up, she made them a meal? And
Yeah.
then before they went to bed? Yeah.
Easy enough to do. You breach the deck and you come out and let them know there is a nice warm meal prepared for them down below before they go to sleep. Some of the finest stallion wine has been poured for them as well as a thanks for their duty performed in the last few days. Rose, you're playing with Mila. Mila is flying around. You're having a good old time up on deck.
Yeah.
What are we rolling? Perception?
Perception. And Mila is actually really loving just the open air, flying around wherever. There's not a whole bunch of trees and everything. It's just pure gliding for her. Yes?
She got a really good rest. 26.
26. Very nice. As the sun sets and you watch as the sky goes from orange to red, the last bit of sun cresting below the horizon. Very calm night. Not a cloud in the sky as you guys look up, see all the stars. And so you guys are used to dark nights, traveling on the road, being in the forests, growing up, just not well lit areas. Like there were torches and lanterns and things of that sort. None of you have ever seen the sky quite like this. As the stars twinkle and the moon shines. Very calming for all of you. Brings
Can I
back
draw the
memories.
sunset?
Yeah, of course.
And then the stars. I'm gonna draw the night too.
Yeah. Easy enough for you to do. Mark that down in your journal. Rose, but looking at the night sky and the moon and watching Mila fly around reminds you a lot of what Scalefound used to talk about after he left or before he left.
I think about the night that he left, because it was under the stars.
Very reminiscent. But Ina, as you're finishing sketching, you kind of dot the last star in your map and you look up and you see a mighty pair of wings flying overhead. Far above, not anywhere near you guys, and you're not sure if it has seen you, but whatever it is large.
I assume Baron is asleep right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Baron's passed out.
Okay, I'm gonna... How far away is it?
It's basically right over your ship, but the 26.
It's right over our ship.
Make a nature check, seeing that you've been a flying animal before and kind of know altitudes and things of that sort.
Are you trying to check how far it is or what it is?
She said, how far is it?
Okay.
Nature?
Yeah. Because, yeah, as you're sketching and you kind of dot the last star in your journal, that last look up, you catch these massive pair of wings.
12.
12? It's hard to tell. It's at night, and the only reason you saw it is because it passed basically next to the moon, and that's the only, real shadow you've caught a glimpse of. If you had to guess, you'd say 600-700 feet up. You're not entirely sure.
Baron did not take an exhaustion point, right?
Baron never took an exhaustion point, no.
I might go and wake him up.
Okay.
I might go and get you, Rose, and get Baron as well. Wait,
on the
no,
deck.
you're asleep. Yeah, no. Never mind. I would wake Baron up.
No, Rose is awake. You and Rose are out
Awake.
on... You, Rose, and Kazura are all up on deck.
Oh, okay. Then I won't wake him up, and I'll tell them what's going on, like what I saw, and that's something. And I'll ask Kazura if he knows anything about, like, what the fuck's going on here.
Maybe we could borrow the navigator's spy glass.
Good
Oh.
idea.
There's no need.
What is it?
He kind of smirks. Meet them soon enough. Goes back to the helm.
So it's nothing we need to worry about.
I'd say not.
Rosalie is squinting. This is the first time she's looked at this direction. Can she roll to see if she recognizes what it might be?
Roll a perception check. With disadvantage, because it's moved a little bit a ways at this point. Flying that high, being what it is.
I don't see shit.
I'm
You-
not really sure I see what you're talking about.
You look, and then a rope kind of flings down from one of the sails and hits you in the face as the deckhand goes, Sorry! Didn't...
Ah!
It slipped out of my hand! Sorry!
It's all right. Oh, God, that stinks. I'm gonna go wash this out.
Yeah. Might want to do that because we're
You're
kind
fired.
of half
No.
chuckles at you as you go
You're fired.
half
No.
chuckles at you as you go make your way down to the below deck. What's your... Okay, yep, we're all good. All right. But the night
What's my what?
ends out without any other sightings or issue. But your night ends out with without any other issues or problems going forward. Baron awakes in the morning. You guys are a little bit groggy, but you can go a little bit longer without any detriment going. It is now the 7th day. I need another D100 roll from somebody.
You know
Did
it's
you
me.
just roll 10 dice 10 times? What?
You
Or like there's the weird dice that's
So
like, got
there's D10s that have 2 numbers on them, and there's D10s that have 1 number on them. You roll 1 with 2 numbers and 1 with 1 number. The
Oh.
one with 2 numbers, it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's the tens digit. And then the one with a 1. So if you roll a 70 on the one and a 3 on the other, it's a
it's
73.
73. Okay. Uh-oh.
All right. Baron awakes and joins you all on deck as the ship hands are beginning to now unrope and untie the ballistae just in case anything happens to come by, especially overhearing what Ina had said in the previous night, which, Baron, you come up to people talking about some flying figure over the ship in the middle of the night.
Rosaline decides that they probably should split it where 2 go to sleep, 2 wake up, and Baron's kind of alone right now. So she thinks she'll stay up with Baron. I know she gives it 1 exhaustion point, but I think I can take 1.
Yeah. Kazura agrees probably best that we split things up and we can get all back to a balance before the end of this journey. So.
Yeah, so she's gonna stay up with you, Baron, to
Okay.
provide you assistance.
Hooray!
All right. The morning hits. Kazura is going to bed. Ina, are you going to rest at this point? Okay. I would say
I'll
you guys.
say, wake me up if you need me.
I would say you guys will. You and Kazura will be up for a few more hours. It's not like because it's morning. You guys don't need to like have a night shift and a day shift. But if you've got a few more hours before you gain that exhaustion point, is what I'm trying to say here.
I'll stay up as long as I can without getting an exhaustion point, and then
Okay. It gets to about noon, roughish, just before the sun hits the highest point in the sky, before you and Kazura are kind of looking at each other like, we need to go to bed. As you make your way below deck. The rest of the day seems to go by without a hitch. A bit cloudy, but not bad clouds, just clouds overhead. They're not raining. It's not raining. The winds aren't too bad. The swell is a little bit worse than it was the day before. It looks like the wake of the storm has given way and you're back to normal open sea waters, but everything seems to be at ease. You're all up on deck. The ship hands have kind of taken a break and having a drink, singing some songs, having a good old time. The red of...
The ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was
The video tea. But the red of sunset hits as the last part of it crests the horizon.
if they go by stars, how do they figure out where they are during the daylight?
You follow the sun.
Try it.
Rise in the east, sets in the west.
Alright.
Baron? Rose, what's your passive perception?
10.
Okay. Baron,
Hey.
you very faintly, off to the port side of the ship here,
Oh fuck.
Like an explosion?
maybe. Not entirely sure. It was very far up. Impacts the side of the ship. Flames wrap around the bow of the ship as shrapnel gets thrown into the mast. And there's just fire encasing the entire side of the ship.
Oh,
Does that wake
fuck.
any of us up?
You all are very awake at this point. But we're going to take our break
Yeah.
before
There's
we join into
fire
that.
all over the ship?
We
Yeah.
just got attacked.
Oh god,
How
I
big's
don't
the
know if this
hole?
is stupid, but I am going to. Do I see any ships off in the distance?
Roll perception check.
Da, da, da. Come on, 11.
11. You scan about. It's just gotten dark enough. You're looking around. You can't. You don't see anything. You see it's the front port side of the ship. So the left side of the ship was hit. There's not a hole, but there's flames kind of licking up the side. It looks like this may have been some sort of like pitch or tar that was hit and then scattered amongst the ship and has just gone up in flame at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna use. I don't know the imperial system. How much is 10 gallons of water? Is that a lot?
Gallons is imperial.
That's why he's
What
saying
is
he
it?
doesn't know them.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
10 gallons.
I'm a leader boy.
Would it be enough to put it out?
Yes, that is the question.
It would be enough to put out a bit of it. 1 second.
Yeah, 10 gallons is not like a lot. Do you know those like? Have you ever seen like a
A
milk
water
jug?
cooler?
Yeah, a water cooler.
Those are 5
Yeah.
gallon bucket or things of water.
Okay,
that
well,
helps.
actually, I can cast it at a higher level, and it gives me an additional 10 per spell slot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level, and
Okay.
that I think, yeah, because it's a 1st level spell. So it
One
should
second.
be 30 gallons of water.
That should be enough to clear it up. So, is this create water? Is this move water? What do we?
It's create or destroy water.
Okay.
Destroy the ocean beneath that one ship.
It says, alternatively, the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range, extinguishing exposed flame in the area.
Sorry, I'm trying to. Get this here encounter prepared. Their ship is not going to be nearly as cool as yours, but that's okay.
I guess we found pirates.
All right, so as this, and you guys are all shaken awake on the bottom floor of the ship. Ina, you're actually thrown out of your bed and kind of land on the ground.
Oh.
Rose, you're shifted hard in your bed as your armor kind of clink, clink, clink onto the
I'm not
ground.
in my bed.
Oh, you're up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kazur, your armor is thrown to the ground. I don't know. He wears leather. It doesn't clang. But either way,
He says he goes to sleep in it, so I don't think it's off of him.
it's fine. His dagger falls out of his hand. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But they are shaken awake. Rose, you kind of have to catch yourself on the rail as the whole ship shudders. As it does, you watch as Baron, you casted this at what level?
That was 3rd level there. So it was like 30 gallons.
You grab the symbol of Morden around your chest. You raise your hand up in the air. Rose, you watch as this orb, it
No.
looks like a cloud begins to form in the air, and then it just turns like suddenly into this ball of water that spreads out in a line and just drenches the side of the ship that was once in fire, covering it and putting out most of the harmful flames. There's still some smoldering embers, but it's not, erupting in fire to burn the ship down at this.
Good.
I thought you were gonna say, and it doesn't work. Nothing
No.
happens. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, break time.
Yeah,
then fight
so, yeah, because I need to pee, believe it or not.
Me too.
And also finish preparing the ship because I wasn't for sure if you guys were gonna get to this point, like get this encounter or not. So I didn't make anything because
I
I'm
roll-
an excellent DM.
I rolled low, I guess.
So All right, so yeah, take a
See you in
break,
bit.
get a snack, get a drink, do what you need to do. We'll be right back. All right, chat. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a break, go to the bathroom, go get a drink, do what you need to do, and we'll see you back momentarily. We're back. We're back. What's up? Nudes.
Hello. How- Yay! Pirates. I don't like pirates.
There's not too terribly many on this ship. You rolled lucky on that.
So is my D100 rolls like what a counter we get, or is it like luck, or what?
It's I have a list of encounters, and it's the what you could possibly get is what comes out of the D100. So
Oh hell.
you happen to
I'm
roll
scared.
pirates, and yet, like, you know how you joked earlier, like if I roll a 1 on a D100,
That's the insta kill.
It's the insta kill. Yeah, it has to be.
may or may not be a kraken.
Yeah, I figured it was something crazy like that.
And a kraken
Is
is
that
a
like-
that's an end game boss right there.
Oh, it's harder than like a dragon.
Well, it depends on the type of dragon.
Oh yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
But
Wait,
anyway,
there's people on our ship.
yep. Well, the guys in the blue are your deckhands, like what they were working while this was all happening.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Baron rolled too low in order to perceive them, and they were able to get around your ship after firing upon you and get close enough to. They haven't made their way onto the ship, but they've like gangplanked towards you.
When we got hit and Baron's doing like the fire thing to turn it off, could Rose, because she's not wearing armor, run down and like don the armor while like getting people's attention, like get up, pirates.
I'll say you can get down there, but not get the armor on.
Okay, I want to get down there, put my armor on, and then run back up. Also, mango pop.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, is that a banana popsicle? Yum though.
Mango.
Yum.
I was looking
Okay.
for the correct music for this. And, but yeah, everybody roll initiative for me.
Oh yeah.
7.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm at the bottom of the ship, right, putting on armor.
Hmm.
I should just always wear armor, but
Yeah,
like,
but
Rose is like, it'll be okay.
But everybody needs to roll initiative for it, so
19.
okay.
I rolled in at 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
You said 7, Ina?
Rolled nat 20. Let's go.
With a
Mhm.
-1.
Mm-hmm.
Kazur is absolutely ridiculous
How do you have a? Why do you have a -1?
because he's a dwarf in heavy armor.
Oh. Okay.
Rose, what did you get? Sorry.
6.
All right, so all right, I got a
I'm
whole
raising
bunch
the
of.
volume of the music. Let me know if it's too much or too little. Hey. Where's the cog? Oh, there it is. There's the cog.
I like
Alright.
the music.
All right, I think that's everybody in the initiative. We'll find out. All right, so first up is pirate number 4. So as you guys, as Baron, you kind of reach your hand out and bring that water down. Yeah,
Are the kids on top?
the kids are below deck currently.
Okay.
You bring your hand down and the water comes down, flying down. You hear a cling as this gangplank is stretched between you and this pirate ship next to you. As that happens, one of the pirates steps up over the deck and brings a heavy crossbow up above. Rose, you're currently below deck with them. So yeah, Kazur, Ina, and Rose, you all are below deck currently. It'll take...
Sorry, Bairn.
I'm
I
below.
need my armor.
Yeah, you were asleep.
I blessed that armor, remember?
It'll
Yeah, I
take
know. That's why I need it.
a full turn of movement and dashing to move to get up to the top deck from where you guys were sleeping.
Okay. And
Yeah.
where do we come up here?
Right here, yeah.
Mhm.
Where'd your...
The blue guys are our guys, right?
Yeah, the blue guys
I
are your
put
guys.
myself on the water just to be off.
Oh, I just moved you to the bank, but that's fine.
Oh.
Deckhands are the closest people, so you're gonna shoot at the deckhands. Didn't memorize their
Not my
stat.
hands of deck.
That hit, and that hits. So, one on both of the deckhands that are closest to it.
Did the deckhands know they signed up to maybe get pirated? Oh.
I think that's normal for a ship fare.
And they got hit like a damn truck.
No! Leave my children alone!
Alright, so they, oddly enough, both bolts did the exact same amount of damage to both of them. It's kind of wild. But he comes up and reloads, sinks 2 bolts into your deckhands on the side. Oh, they kind of grasp their sides, punch over and continue moving to their post to grab weapons or get below deck. You're not entirely sure which.
Which
Baron,
ones got hit?
you're actually second up. The 2 closest
Hey!
to the pirate ship.
Okay.
Alright.
Which one's the one that shot?
This
Alright.
one.
Yeah, which fucker?
That one?
Yep.
Which one of you fuckers wants to die? I'm gonna do wall of fire.
Get fucked. That's smart.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it like on the outermost edge, so it like affects these 2, and any guy would have to run through it to get
Alright.
to our ship.
What level are you doing this at?
I am going to do it at, what do I have selected? Level, I think that's 4th level.
4th level. All right. I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Please.
Oh, no!
I need you to roll a d20.
Uh-oh.
He said, "Oh." You're lagging. Are you there? Are you back? Hello?
You look back.
No!
Hello? We can see and hear you.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you.
Hi.
Yeah, we can. Hello? Did you?
Hey,
Just
I couldn't hear anyone. You guys were all robots for a second.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I just heard everyone go, "Oh no!" And I was like, "Oh no."
But yeah, just roll a d20
Check
for
to see
me.
if it works.
Okay, sorry. D20. Okay. Boop. Roll. Is rolling low good?
You don't know.
I rolled a 2.
Baron grasps the amulet and stretches his hand out, and you watch as this beam of light starts to stretch across the line of the ship and just fizzles out, is not able to grasp onto the current surroundings of your area. The spell fizzles.
Does it use a spell slot?
It does.
Oh man.
Baron, did you talk to us about the fact that Buddy Boy came to you and said stuff?
I did not. I don't want Moradin to seem weak.
Okay.
Especially
His
to his
power-
new believer.
Yes.
So you guys all watch as Baron, who's so far been this pillar of divine strength and kind of providing you guys with this guiding hope of going forward and healing and power, as somehow weakened, and his spell is not able to take effect in the area that you guys were expecting it to. Actually, you guys don't see this because you're all under deck. Never mind, you don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see this.
Baron's gonna look up in the sky and just go,
Ooh.
fuck. And he is going to look at his warhammer and just be like, all right, we gotta do this old-fashioned way. And he is going to move right here and just kind of get into a defensive stance with his hammer.
Alrighty. Going forward, it is now this guy's turn.
Shit,
Which guy? Oh, fuck.
that was gonna be so sick.
It really was, and
Probably would have finished it.
all right, so he moves up to the end of the gangplank, can't move any farther than that. And honestly, at where you're at currently, it wasn't super high to beat, but a 2 is.
Mm-hmm.
Kazur goes into.
I've been rolling like shit.
It all catches up eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kazur comes out into a dead sprint and gets over here. Forget. Takes a quick glance around, and because his passive perception is pretty high, he looks over to the back of the boat, sees somebody who appears to be in charge of the pirates, and is gonna use his hunter's mark on him. Oh, didn't mean to do that. He is hunter's mark. And yeah, that's going to be his turn there because he had to use his attack or his action to dash up there. This guy is going to step forward. Seeing that Baron is some sort of magic user, is going to take his 2 shots at Baron. That's a 22.
That hits.
And a 9.
Misses.
Really? Never would have guessed. 9 points of damage as he brings this heavy crossbow up over the side of the deck and finds the plates between your 2 plates as you get this crossbow bolt sunk into your rib cage. And he goes back down behind the ledge of the ship over there. You can just kind of see his head and his shoulder popping out from the side of the deck over there. Next one is going to do the same thing. 19 doesn't hit, I don't think.
Nope.
And a 16. So these 2 just go wide, flying, punching a couple holes in your sails as they go flying over your head. Not able to make purchase. 1. Hey, he can get up to you though. 15 and 30. He is now in melee with Baron. $21.
Meets it.
Okay. 22.
That hits.
And a 6. Five. So 11 points of slashing damage. And
Oh no.
2 measly points of poison damage as he comes up with this cutlass and shink finds these sections in your armor where you're not protected, and you feel this of some sort of venomous or poisonous aspect take hold of you from his blade in front of you.
He's a dwarf.
Yes, I am resistant to poison.
Oh, so you take 1 point of poison damage then.
Okay, so 12 altogether, I guess.
Yeah, 12 altogether.
Haha!
And that ends his turn. Seeing all of his friends go after him, he's gonna shoot for the dwarf as well. 17 and a natural 1, so they're not rolling too hot either there, Bear. As two more bolts go flying, as you're kind of blocking this guy's swords off of you, you guys meet weapons, and then 2 arrows go flying in between you, and you kind of make eye contact again as you come back into your ready positions. Ina, you're up. You are below deck. All right. You can move to any of the adjacent spots around this mast.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong.
Yeah, in front of Kazur, next to this deckhand, or next to this deckhand.
In front of Kazura.
Okay. I don't know where your character went. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, yes.
You're good. All right, so you're there. So that is your movement and your action. You have a bonus action left this turn.
Okay, I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I turn into a flame elemental, right?
Yeah.
It says if a target is a creature or flammable object, it ignites.
Yep.
But if I don't target our ship as I'm moving, I won't ignite our ship because it's not the target, right?
No, you're making contact with the ship to move. It will ignite anything in the area.
Okay.
You are a body of flame that has a personality. So anything that is flammable in your way gets ignite. Seth?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that was my idea, so. I guess I'll do Flame Blade. I'll get my Flame Blade going.
All right, so you run up, get in front of Kazur as he finishes stretching his hand out and marking the captain of the other ship that it would appear. You bring your staff out, and in the other hand, this blade of flame just erupts in your other hand as you stand there ready to go at whatever may come at you. Rose!
Can I say...
What? What's up?
Wait, what's a scimitar look like?
It's a big
Oh,
old
okay.
curved blade.
Can
That's
I
what-
say that when I make it, instead of it having like a hilt that I'm holding, it's like my hand is the hilt and it just goes. Like a-
Sure.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's what I
So,
want.
Ina Scissorhands.
Yeah.
all right. So Ina has her flaming blade hand out now. Rose, it is you're up. You're currently
Oh.
below
Give me a
deck.
second.
Cat pets are important. I forgot to feed mine, but that's fine.
Well,
I had to get the pirates ready.
I
Oh,
put her one of her favorite chairs next to my desk, and now she gets in it.
Hmm.
I love that.
Okay.
Fork, if you
What
need
was I-
to ever
oh.
go.
He'll be okay. He's a cat. He's fine.
Who's a
I
cat?
went downstairs to don armor, so I take the turn to put on armor, get my axe, get Aggie, and can I use like
Aggie.
my movement and all that stuff to run back up?
You have your movement left. Your action and bonus action were spent getting all of your stuff. So it'll be another turn before you're able to get up on deck again.
Okay, that's what I do.
All right. Rose is halfway back on deck as the rest of you are there. The captain's now up,
That wasn't the cat. Oh, that's the cat.
and he's gonna move over. And you watch as he
Hey,
reaches down to his side and pulls out this large urn-looking thing in his hand as he takes a piece of flint and you watch as this fuse
Fucker.
ignites. He's gonna lob that over on deck. Yeah. Not hard to hit a ship.
Kind of big.
And he's gonna lob that right up. In. Oh. Come here. Why can't I choose the circle? Why won't it let me choose it?
Circle, circle, circle.
I thought it was a thing.
Circle, 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 circle.
Hold on. They
Oh,
must have
circle night.
updated the UI for this, but launches it right over here onto the stairwell as that whole area it lands and then ignites in this flaming fireball as he stares, and everything in the general area are now on fire, burning up. Flames kind of licking at the sails over there. And he ushers out a few more commands to his fellow pirates and stands stalwart at the back of his ship. That ends his turn. Bandit 4 is back up. He's gonna shoot. Actually, the deckhands all get a turn. This guy. Oh, I'm still on draw. Good. This guy is gonna move over here and load a bolt into the ballista. This guy is gonna be back here and start working the ballista. This guy is gonna run underhand because he's got a bolt sticking out of his back. So is this guy. This
Can you
guy.
move them on the water if they're not like on top of the boat? Sorry, it just helps me a bit. Okay. What's that red dot up there?
That was an accidental thing. I was still on draw, but oh hey, now it lets me choose them. Jesus. This guy's gonna turn to you and Kazur and say, if you get the chance, just shoot. And he's gonna run over and load a bolt into that ballista there. Because he's still unhurt. Now it is the 4th turn. Kazura's got some cover. He's gonna shoot at Baron. Everybody else has cover. 22.
Yes.
And a natural 1 again.
Yay.
That is 14 points of piercing damage because he max rolled on it. Oh, another heavy crossbow bolt hits you in the thigh, and it kind of buckles for a second before you stand back up and bring your warhammer up to face this guy.
Baron's getting Boromired right now.
Yes. But it is your turn, and he ducks back down behind the ledge. But it is your turn, Baron.
Okay, do I waste my turn or just risk? I'll risk. Always risk.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. I don't know if this is smart or not. That's not a big...
I'm gonna puke.
I gotta puke. Permission to puke. God damn it. Okay. I'm gonna try Wall of Fire again.
Okay. 4th
They're
level
so
again?
perfectly stood there. It's like, roll a d20 again.
Is it level 4 again?
That is a good question. Yeah.
Okay.
Wall of Fire can't be level 3.
Okay. Yep. Roll a d20 again.
Please, Morden. 9?
9. You've got these bolts sticking out of your rib and your thigh, and you kind of put the warhammer down to your side, grasp the amulet, stick the warhammer out at the ship, and you watch as this line starts as a bead and then stretches out and then erupts in this giant wall of fire. How big is it again?
Thank God.
It is 60 feet, I believe. I'm just gonna double check because I didn't think that was gonna work. It is 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
Okay.
And then when it appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Get him.
And they have to beat a 17.
Well, that did not go how I intended.
And that's each creature within 10 feet of that side will get damaged.
All right. I'm assuming you're facing the fire away from your ship.
Of course, yeah.
All right. So erupts and this wall of fire you guys watch as the side of the ship just erupts in this 20-foot high wall of flame. They all need to make dexterity check.
Yep, dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
They have to beat a 17.
First one fails. Second one fails. Third one, so P4 succeeds. P5 fails. and the captain fails. So
Let's go.
one of them succeeds.
Okay, I don't know if it takes half damage or. But yes, it is.
It should be.
Yes, so it's 5d8. I'm just gonna roll that now. Do you want me to roll it the same for everyone? I guess would make sense.
Yeah, it'll be the same for everybody. Is that within 10 feet of the wall? If I remember correctly.
I believe so. So yeah. So
Okay, so that other guy actually needs to roll as well.
one side of the wall selected by you
succeeds. Okay.
deals that damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall.
Okay.
And it takes the same damage when it enters it for the first time. So
Gotcha.
okay, so on each of their turns, they would take it at the end.
If they end their
if they're-
turn there.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the 5d8.
Also, the
on
wall is
the-
opaque, so you guys cannot see through it either. This wall of
Yeah, I was
fire
gonna
erupts,
say. Okay.
and you cannot see anything beyond the edge of their ship.
So that is 19 points of fire damage to each of the people that failed, and I guess 9 to the ones that passed.
Oh my god, I gotta do math now.
I hope it fucks up their sails too.
Will their ship start burning, do you think?
I mean, it's a huge wall of fire, I would hope.
Alright. They all took their damage. And it erupts. You can see the flames are starting to lick at the bottom of the sails. It's probably gonna do some damage to the sails if they don't take care of it in some fashion going forward.
Okay. And you said, what's the rule? Bonus action to drink a potion?
Yes, bonus
that-
action to drink a potion yourself. Yes.
Okay, I have a potion of greater healing. I am going to drink. What does that one do? 44 plus 4.
Yeah, 44 plus 4.
Okay. I'm just going to delete that. And 4d4.
Oh, the flames.
So that is 16 points of healing.
Hi.
I needed that.
All right. At the end of your turn,
That's a little too red, if you ask me. Damn.
this guy,
That's a good idea.
seeing that he's already in the flames and that he can feel the heat coming from it, is just going to sprint across the deck.
I love it, Randy.
15, 25. And he's going to step over here next to you now. He moved through difficult terrain, otherwise he would have gone farther. And he's going to attack that deckhand there who's currently loading a ballista. That hit.
Leave my children alone.
Hit. That hit. Holy shit, I'm rolling like garbage for damage.
Good, thank fucking God.
Good, good, yeah.
It was, okay, 3d8 damage for his sword attacks, and I did 5 damage. 3, 1, 1. 7,
That is
10,
good.
11, 12, plus. Oh, yeah, your deckhand's down, though. They're not,
Dead?
he's down. Not dead. I'm giving you guys a chance, but they're not the strongest people in the world. You know, 3 hits from a longsword will do in pretty well any normal person, so. He is currently unconscious. As he's loading this large ballistae bolt into it, he gets it set, and then Baron, you look out of the side of your eye, and all you see are slashes of blood being thrown about as you watch your deckhand fall backwards onto the ground. Kazur is up. He cannot see anybody else over, but he can see that His buddy is currently engaged with 2 people, and he gets like 6 attacks in 1 round, so...
Good.
Wow, you're engaged to 2 people? That's insane, Baird.
That is fucked.
I didn't know. Or do they both know that you're engaged to them?
Alright,
No.
so... Roll...
It's a complicated relationship.
What's his
Don't say
bonus?
anything. Don't say anything. They'll both freak out.
Yeah.
I feel like
they
we
don't-
should say something.
No.
Dude,
Please say you're rolling
Kazur,
good for him.
Kazur is broken. I didn't
Yeah,
roll
he is.
that. I didn't roll that well, and he still hit him.
Kazur is broke. I remember Lapras been like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this and this," and he's basically like, "Oh, you've been the main damage? Yeah, now it's me." And I'm like, "All right."
I gotta look at what all his fucking damage is now too.
Did we roll for what his attitude is today? I don't know if that does
I
anything.
I haven't been rolling because it's too much for me to keep track of right now.
Oh yeah. We'll just assume it's good attitude.
Yeah.
For one.
I rolled really well, or I'm not rolling well at all today.
God, my stress level.
Okay, 14. But then that guy gets Whales of the Grave against him.
This is orange.
Hey, I like it.
And then
Red
he
was
gets
too harsh.
How about yellow?
the other
This is yellow.
attack.
It just looks like light.
And of course he natural 20s that one. Which means that, oh my fucking god.
Is he dead?
No. At least he didn't natural, and okay, he did at least miss one of them. Actually, yeah, he did at least miss one of them. Almost hit still. Oh, and he can make another attack.
Yeah.
Because why not? Okay, he missed that one too. Thank God.
He's crossbow expert.
Yeah. And he has Dead Ambusher, and he has Whales from the Grave, and he has Ball this, and he has that, and...
Can't he see the captain though, because he has marksman or whatever?
Hunter's mark.
He can see him. It would be a disadvantage to shoot him, so he could have shot. But the fact that Baron was engaged with people means that he gets sneak attack against him. So it was better to shoot those guys and deal the extra 46 damage than to try and hit somebody he can't see.
For sure.
And then he's going to move back behind that mast to get some more cover. Ending Kazura's turn, it is all of these pirates that are currently in the flaming wall.
Die, bitch.
Oh, Baron,
Burn,
you didn't
baby,
get hit. You
burn.
didn't get hit.
Disco Inferno, turn, baby bird. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Has anyone ended their turn in the fire?
No.
Sorry, I was just readjusting myself.
Okay, that guy moves back there, gets out of the fire, but he can't see anybody because there's a wall of fire there. Ah, he can see deckhands. Miss.
Stop
Miss.
attacking my deckhands.
I mean, he missed both of them, so...
I mean, still.
Alright, the swashbuckler next to Baron is going to move over a little bit. He's going to take his swipes at you, Baron. 8. 8. 23, there we go. Which is actually good for him.
You swashbuckling son of a bitch.
Ooh,
No, Fork, stop!
I rolled 2 1s on the poison damage again. God damn.
What happens? Does that, with the poison damage, does that
So-
mean nothing then if I'm resistant?
13 points of slashing damage because he max rolled his damage. And then 2 points of poison damage reduced to 1 because you're resistant. And I need you to
I'm a
make
dwarf.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Because Wall of Fire is concentration.
Oh god.
Remember, you're a war.
Oh, yes,
priest.
I get
You're-
advantage, right?
You're a Warcaster, so you have advantage, and you only have to roll 10.
Yes. Okay, 21.
You're fine.
My first one was a
Golden.
5, so that was just
Oh, thank fucking god. Jesus. Do you only get to use it once during an encounter?
No, it's anytime he makes a
Concentration save?
yeah.
Okay.
That's the glory of Warcaster.
Oh, precious, precious.
Yep, he can see the deckhands. Natural 20
Oh no.
Mm.
and 16.
Hits both.
Oh. Well, he's still standing. Now he's not.
No!
Whoa.
Dead?
You see one arrow stick into the side, and then the other one sticks into the neck as another one of your deckhands fall unconscious. Up at the top, up there.
Which ones? Okay.
Up here.
Yeah.
That was his turn. Ina, you're up.
Okay.
Ready to do some crazy shit.
You currently see Baron being harried by 2 swashbucklers. 2 of your
I'm just
deckhands have fallen unconscious in front of you, and there's a wall of fire on the other ship.
Yeah, and if I turned into a thing here, like on Buddy Boy, it would light our ship on fire. Okay. So I'm gonna move up to this fucking asshole, and I'm gonna flame blade him.
All right, go for it.
Pop.
3, 6. Oh, I have to roll the thing. Yes, I forget. I forget how to fight.
It's, especially after
20.
taking weeks off, it's hard. 20 definitely hits.
Has it been weeks? Yeah,
It's been 2.
It's been 2, yeah. I don't know, man. This week's gone by in
8?
a blur for me.
He's starting to look a little rough, that swashbuckler in front of you there, Ina. Second strongest on the field, already looking rough.
Oh,
Is that it? Or you got anything else? Ina farts.
yeah, that's
She
it.
shards.
All right.
That's all I can do.
End of Ina's turn. Rose, you're up.
Chopstick weapons. How?
So with your movement, you can get on any of the adjacent spaces next to the mast. So around
Where's the
Kazur,
mast?
right here.
Okay. Like that?
Yep. That's your movement. So now you have your action and bonus left.
Okay.
If you're going to throw your spear, I would say it would be a disadvantage to miss Ina or Baron.
You can hit me. I don't care.
Give
Kill him.
me a hot sec.
Especially since it's the first time you've used it.
True. I know. Don't be mean.
That one, you just throw it in the water.
It's got a chain on it.
Okay.
For this music is actually like it's doing something. It's doing its job. It's stressing me out.
Good.
Is it possible to knock these pirates off the boat?
Might be. You don't know.
Okay.
Bring
I-
the ram.
Exactly. I don't use the spear because I go, and I lift my hand and I cast the Ring of the Ram.
Okay.
I take 2 charges. I want to put one in front of this guy and one in front of this guy and try to knock him off the boat.
What does the Ring of the Ram do again? Sorry.
It pushes
ring of the-
people
Forces them?
and hurts.
It's force damage, yeah.
Hmm.
Can you use it
While
like
wearing
that?
the ring, you can use an action to expend 1 to 2 charges attack. Oh, one creature.
Yeah, one creature. That's what I thought.
Okay. Who is here? Who? How do these two idiots look?
The one in front of
me.
the one in front of Ina's looking pretty rough. He's got some scorch marks on him now from Ina hacking him, and he's like all of his armor and cloak and everything are all burned up from being in the wall of flame not long ago.
Okay, and this guy?
Barely touched at this point.
Which one's closest to the edge?
They're the same distance. The one in front of Ina will have a little bit of a benefit because it's got the gangplank behind him.
Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Hmm.
When I use Flame Blade, I just have to use it to cast it, like use the spell like a slot to cast it, and then I don't have to use the spell slot to use it, right?
No. No,
Oh,
you
no.
you cast it and it stays up. It's a concentration, so it stays up until you cast something, another concentration, or you decide to dispel it.
Okay. I am gonna use 2 charges on this one guy right here. Because that's
Okay.
gonna knock him back 10 feet, which is a guaranteed, I feel like, into the ocean. Go to the drink.
There is a ledge. It's not just like a flat cliff off the side. So he will have a chance to grasp on. You said it knocks him 10 feet back. It'll be a harder DC for him, but he has a chance to hold on to that edge as you kind of knock him backwards. It's like slamming somebody into a drainage wall that's like waist high and then flipping off. So it's possible.
Oh, I'm rolling at disadvantage, but I mean,
That's fine. It hits.
okay. And then that's 1 charge. This is the 2nd charge.
Well, you would roll them at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
It says on a hit, for each charge you spend, the target takes 2d6.
Yeah, so you hit him and you just do 2d6 damage or however much damage.
2d6 plus 5 equals 2d7. No, so it's like 1 more damage roll for the 2nd one.
Yeah, so it'd be 3d6 plus 5 instead of 2d6 plus 5, right? I guess 3
Target
charges.
For each charge, the target takes 2d6. And it's pushed
2d10.
5.
2d10
Oh,
damage.
2d10. Yeah,
So yeah,
sorry.
you hit.
Oh.
You just do 4 or
40.
we'll say. I'll say you get 1 extra d10 per level because I think that's how it's supposed to work.
Okay, so 3d10.
No, it's 40. It definitely says for each charge you spend, they take 2d10 damage. So yeah, 4d10 damage,
Yeah,
and they get
then
pushed
he's
10 feet.
pushed 10 feet.
So yeah, so yeah, 26 points of damage.
To which one, sorry?
He natural 19 his dexterity save. So he, first of all, takes a fucking hit from the Ring of the Ram. As Baron, you're kind of like harrying with him. You bend down to grab your leg that has a bolt sticking out of it, and you look up and watch as this spectral ram just kind of appears over your shoulder and then like caves in his chest as he goes flying backwards, kind of reaching out for anything that he can. He grasps and finds a rope. He's currently hanging off the side of the ship, so he is not in the water, but it'll
The
take his
Like pixel thing, the whatever, his thing is perfect for this.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he is hanging off the side of the ship right now, and it'll take an action for him to climb, or his movement to climb back onto the ship. Most likely. We'll see if it even gets to him, because he's pretty far down the order. Anything else, Rose?
She has the spear with her. She's not gonna toss it, but she does like raise her hand and touch the blade going across and speaks the activation word for magic weapon. Applying magic weapon on it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what you put at it either.
Devan.
Size. I put
Something.
Sizegar in Celestial to wake up. I put it in Celestial because back in the day I spoke Celestial and not Yuan T. So whatever. Pretend that's Yuan T, not Celestial.
All right. Ending your turn, it is the captain's turn, who is going to...
Right. 40 feet of movement.
use his movement and action to get right up on Baron.
Oh, yeah, 60.
Cute.
So he gets up on you, Baron, kind of looks you in the eye. He
He's
grins.
all up on me.
He grins, and you can see that there's like 5 or 6 teeth missing. There's a big old scar across one eye. He's got this big flowing leather coat. He's just smiling at you. But half of him is torched from your wall of fire not long ago that he took damage from. Yeah, technically he doesn't take, even though he walks through like 40 feet of it, he doesn't take more damage because he was already in it. Which is a weird little loophole for that spell, but...
Yeah.
At the end of the initiative order, since nobody's put out the fire on your ship, you watch as the flames begin to lick up and your sails begin to catch fire. And about an eighth of your main sail is now on fire or beginning to burn. However, on their ship, most of their ship is now on fire and the sails are going up in flames. It seems their last-ditch effort is just going to try and be to take your ship as theirs goes down. Alright. That takes it to the Bandit 4.
Does someone have the ability to call rain? I guess that'd be bad for theirs. Does someone have the ability to turn off that fire over there?
He moves over
I mean, I literally just did call rain.
out of
True.
the wall of flame. Sees his buddy hanging off the deck. There's an unconscious guy. He's gonna shoot at Ina. Ina's the easiest target right now. 20
Yep.
and a 7. Big money. 8 points of piercing damage. As you're slashing in with the flame blade, and all of a sudden this bolt comes out from where the wall of fire is and just sinks into your shoulder. Ugh, hurts a little bit. You've had worse.
Okay.
Ooh. He immediately realizes his mistake and stays on the gangplank. Baron, you're up.
I'm up. Fuck. There are many things that Baron should do right now. Fuck. This is tough.
Yeah.
Like, do I heal boys? Do I put fire out? Do I attack? I don't know.
I personally think the fire's super important because it's gonna be a bitch and a half to fix the ship.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'm gonna do the old create or destroy water again. I'm gonna do it at 3rd level again. And yeah, just on whatever looks like the most necessary.
Luckily, the sails
Urgent.
that are on fire are generally above the fire that's on the deck, so you douse the sails in water as they're kind of fluttering as some of the ropes have burned off of it on that bottom corner right there, but the rest of the water falls down and puts out a lot of the fire. I won't say that it's all gone, but much of it is now dispersed.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, I can't really do anything with a bonus action that isn't a spell.
But yes, your sails
That's-
are no longer on fire, which is a good thing.
That is big. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Ending your turn. This guy, having just been harried by Ina, is going to make his 3 slashes at Ina. That's a 18, 17, and a 13.
No.
Okay. It's good music. It gets a little repetitive after a while.
I like it.
"14 points of slashing damage. And 12 points of poison damage. As he steps up and slashes through you, Ina, cutting your garb up and leaving this thudding sound in your head as whatever this toxin is seeps into those cuts. Kazur's up. He's gonna step back out to this side. He's gonna shoot that guy again with his however many shots. Definitely hit. Definitely hit. Hit. Alright, so the first one is... yeah, he's dead. A first hit alone almost kills him. Not Kazur. The bad guy. So this guy, as Kazur steps out and... Ina, you feel as 2 arrows just go gliding past both sides of your head and sink into this guy's body as he just falls limp, dead weight onto the deck.
Good.
And he's gonna take his 3rd shot at the captain. 19 does still hit. For a wonderful 10 damage. All right. That ends Kazur's turn, except he moves back to get cover behind the mast again. All right. All right, then. 30. He's gonna shoot at the deckhand. Miss. Hit. 12 points. Okay. That deckhand's looking
Rose's children.
rough. 2. Is actually just gonna dead sprint and try and jump across.
That's 15.
You can actually jump, what is it, 10 times your strength modifier as far as feet go for jumping.
Okay.
I gotta make sure of that though, because he rolled aggressively average. I think it's 10 times your strength modifier. Oh, 3. Jump up to 3 plus their strength modifier off the ground. This is very confusing. Okay. I think I got it. All right. He did not roll well enough for that. So this guy, he's kind of given up on their ship at this point, and he just goes in this dead sprint and steps off the ledge, and you guys watch as he's like, and then you watch his face change. He's like, oh, fuck, I'm not gonna make it. And yeah, he plunges about 5 feet short of your guys' deck into the water.
Good.
Splashes into the water. As your boats are still moving, he can technically still get up, but it's gonna be a struggle for him as you guys are in ships moving quite rapidly. That ends his turn. One is going to attempt to pull himself back up on deck, which he does.
Yes.
And is gonna come back up to Bairn. 18? I don't think so.
Nope.
23
Yep.
and a 7.
Nope.
Really? A 7 doesn't hit you? Ooh, those are
Wow,
better.
your
Baron
armor must
gets-
be really good.
9
Baron
points.
gets naked mid-battle.
9 points of slashing damage. 6 points of poison reduced to 3 because I rolled well for once on poison damage.
Ooh.
All right, and then this guy, having seen his buddy jump off the edge and fall into the water, is not going to do that. He's just going to step over here. And he's going to shoot the deckhand because he's got 2 arrows sticking out of him right now.
So the deckhand's not gonna turn?
19. They do?
Like, cause they're at the ballistas, can't they shoot?
That is true. That guy should
Let them
have
shoot those fuckers.
Well, that
Yeah,
guy went
fuck 'em up.
That guy went unconscious. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say they get a shot with the ballista off. Who do you guys want him to shoot?
Whoever is
Uh,
hurting them, right?
Yeah.
The
yeah,
guys
whoever-
across the
Yeah.
boat. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cock. Natural 15. Yeah, that'll do.
Nice.
It's a nice chonky 3d8 damage from this bad boy. Ooh. All right, 22 points of damage from the ballista.
Get fucked.
All right, pick 3 or 5. Somebody say 3 or 5.
5.
Okay. All right, 5 is, you guys can't see him, but looking real rough at this point. Yeah, he's gonna step over and take his shots at that deckhand now. Actually, that misses. That one hit. Your deckhand is still alive. Barely. So you watch as he turns the ballista to the side and lets loose the bolt, and it impacts the other dude in the like liver area as he weakly pulls his crossbow off and shoots 2 rounds. The second one kind of like grazing the neck of your deckhand, who's like holding his neck with blood pouring out, but is still trying to load the next bolt into the ballista. He's holding on for dear life.
I want to help them.
Ina, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my bonus action. Wait, let me make sure that's right. No, I'm gonna use my action, and I'm gonna use that charm, Eyes of Charming.
Okay.
I'm gonna charm the captain. Try to. It's a Wisdom 13 save.
Okay.
Please.
I gotta look at his score. It said it's wisdom
Mhm.
13. He just saves.
All right. Well, then Ina's gonna move forward right here, under like this guy. Just gonna fucking step on his dead ass, bitch ass corpse. And then she's going to be like, "Sorry guys, put it out," and I'm gonna turn into a flame, dude. Just environment.
Okay.
Okay. And so that was there. And I'm gonna burn this fucker as I go, and I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. And I'm gonna burn the shit out of this deck thing.
Did I
whatever
get
it
a
is.
flaming elemental?
I'm gonna rip this thing
Um,
apart. They ain't
oh,
getting over here without
You're
jumping.
gonna be the Baylor for now. Where'd you go? Hold on.
I'm under him. Sorry. Okay, Batty boy.
What are you?
All right,
He's
let
a
me.
She's a Baylor at the moment, or looks like one, but she's burning them as a fire elemental.
What's a Baylor?
It's a type of devil? Demon.
No, devil.
Devil, yeah. It's big, has wings? I think. I just know it's big.
I'm Googling.
Yeah, it has wings.
Oh, trippy. That's cool. Huh. Scary.
All right, go ahead and roll your
Well,
1d.
Happy Boy's gonna take 5d10.
1d10.
Takes 5 1d10.
No,
It's five.
five is the average number.
Oh, okay.
They take if you move through them, they take 1d10 damage. 5 is the average. So if I was running an elemental against you, I would just say you take 5 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna take 5 damage, and I'm gonna land on this bitch.
Okay.
And then,
So they both take 1d10 damage.
8 for the captain. And 8 for the buddy boy! Okay.
Oh yeah. Good rolls.
And these things are on fire.
Yep, and there is now a path of flame.
I mean... Oh, and... Okay, yeah.
And they're on fire. Okay. Is that end your turn?
Wait, fire. Until someone takes an action to douse the fire, the creature takes 5 1d damage at the start of each of its turns as well. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Takes 1d10 at the start of each of its turns if they don't put it out.
Okay.
All right. Ina, you're done. Rose, you're up.
Hey, can I, because she just turned into a fire guy, can I stand here?
You'd get caught on fire.
Oh, great. Can I hit someone if I stand here?
Yeah, you can hit the captain if you stand there. That's if you're in one of the adjacent tiles to him, that's adjacent.
Okay.
That's why some TTRPGs use hexagons instead of squares, but
Hmm.
She gets over there and pulls out Agatha, and she says, my, you've really made how dare you make a mess of my ship? And as she, like, raises Agatha up, there is a flame in her eyes, and you can't tell if it's from the flame on the other ship, or maybe there are flames just living inside her eyeballs. As she says, it's gonna be such a nuisance to clean your blood off the deck. And then, you know what's coming.
Baron, you got hit once last round, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
better.
Roll a constitution check for me real quick while she's doing that.
I love that me talking about the flame on the other ship is what made you think of that.
Yep.
All right.
20.
Yeah, you're fine.
This is advantage because I have my samurai fighter spirit lit.
Of course you do.
This is attack 1 with a 25.
That hits.
I'm checking the damage. The damage is fine. Oh wait, this is Agatha.
Yeah.
She will always hit max. Oh, I
Yep.
love you, baby. Okay, this is hit 2. 23.
Yep. And here's the crit to give her 2 extra hits.
15.
15 does not
Jinx it.
actually hit. As you slam into him with your axe, he brings the cutlass around to the other side and kind of brings it against his shoulder and blocks your last hit. He's not looking happy. He's not happy about what just transpired.
on, fucking fight me, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my attack.
Gotcha. He's not happy, but he's still going to go for the dwarf that everybody's been going after because he can see that he's taken some bolts and some slashes. So
He's taken many bolts.
can't hit him. Okay, that one hits with a 22. And then with the does a 20 hit you?
No.
Ah!
Let's go!
AC at 21. Baby,
Baron's a badass bitch.
he's a bad bitch. He's
Didn't get the good hit on you. 12 points of damage. Slashing. Maybe he will
Sad
go for
enough.
Rose next time.
Okay, and a
When
con
you can
check.
probably
Yeah.
poison.
His actually
That
are not
is-
poisoned.
22.
Yeah, you're fine.
I just learned. I'm looking at the flame, dude. Ignan is their language, just like Ignan for fire people.
Yeah, and it sounds like.
They have their own language. That's so cool. What the hell?
I think
Alright.
all the elementals do.
Orin, Terran, and Aquin.
You know,
oh my god, that's cool.
You know, with how it's
That is
going,
cool.
Cappy Boy's just gonna accent surge on you there, Baron.
Oh, yeah.
Baron?
23 to hit?
Oh, he's
Seven.
a fighter.
Hey, I think he gets a hit. 22 to hit that one. Yay!
He did.
All right, so he slashes at you another time. You kind of block it with your hammer, but he comes down too quick and slashes across your forearm. Ooh, for 14 points of slashing damage.
How you looking, Baron?
And then from under his cloak from the back, he brings out this strange, interesting instrument that you haven't seen before.
Is it a kazoo?
It is not a kazoo.
Can it be a kazoo?
It
Ooh.
sounds like it's gonna be a gun.
For 20 points of damage as you guys hear this loud explosion that just erupts and this cloud of smoke engulfs the front of Baron as you sit and
Oh
then
my
see the
God.
captain
Oh my god.
standing in front pointing this. It looks like what Kazur uses, but definitely does not shoot bolts. Yeah, he max damaged his roll there on that. Very
He went,
nice.
I
Baron
choose
just got
blunderbuss.
shot.
Baron just got shot
With a gun?
Baron's just
with a
got
gun.
gun.
Boromired, and then he got Tupac.
But that
I don't know if
ends
Tupac got shot with the blunderbuss, but you know.
that ends the captain's
It
turn.
was the 90s, you never know.
Their ship is mostly engulfed in flame at this point.
Are buddy boys getting fucked up by the flame?
Not yet. They're moving out of the way of the fire.
You bitches.
And their sails are like completely engulfed at this point. It seems like their last ditch effort is to just try and harry your boat. The fire down here grows a little bit, but nothing like their ship. So you get a little bit of spread, but not a whole lot. And it's not licking at your sails. So, also your deckhands get a turn. This dude is just gonna fucking hide because he has 1 HP left. So
Can
he
any
is.
other deckhands come up? Stop being little bitches down there!
Okay. So he tries to hide.
No. Let
They
them be
could.
little bitches down there. I'm not losing more.
It's under the
I paid
assumption
good
that
money for them.
this was the like weapons master and his boys that were still up here, as that's kind of the assumption I was going under. So that ends the ship / crew's turns. It is now the guy that is on Ina, or Ina's on him, so he takes 1d10 damage. Go ahead and roll that, Ina.
7.
Hey, nice.
Not liking this whole. Oh fuck, he really can't do a whole lot, can he?
Go left,
The
fire.
evil,
Go right, fire. Go
okay.
up, go down, water. He chooses.
Would
gotta
you be
make a
walking
choice.
through, like, difficult terrain?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he is gonna move there and then jump across there because that's a short enough distance that he can just jump that. 5, 10, 15.
Is he taking an attack of opportunity though?
Nobody's.
I could.
Technically, yeah. Ina, if you want to make
Ina
an attack
was
of
on.
opportunity.
Do I? Because I have multi-attack with that.
No, you just get one
No,
hit
that just-
on
okay.
attack of opportunities. You just get one hit.
Okay, and I have to see if I hit him.
Yep.
Or I do hit him.
No, you have to roll to hit him.
You have to.
Oh, 15. No, wait, 19. 25.
Yeah, you hit him. That was a roller coaster. 15. No. 19. No. 25.
2, 6 plus 3. 8, 11 plus 11. 11.
He's not
Nice.
looking great either. As he jumps across and kind of
Ooh.
lands, he's still on fire. Looks around. He really doesn't have a lot that he can do. He's
can
gonna
try.
shoot the fire elemental. Bug it.
He can beg for forgiveness. He can be like, oh, my ship's fucked. Maybe I can...
Double threes misses the fire elemental. So his
Yay.
turn's done. Baron, you're up.
Baron needs to heal,
Oh, I need
but
to.
I don't want my spell to fail.
I mean,
Uh,
if the spell fails,
There's
there's
a
still
try.
flame on that boat, no? Like, it all wouldn't go away. Because it caught on fire.
What?
Yeah,
no,
I
no. I
mean-
mean, like,
He
I don't
doesn't
want
want the healing
my
spell to fail.
With healing
Mhm.
spell.
If he
heal.
heals himself.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, because the whole thing. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna cast heal on myself.
All right.
So D20.
What level is it?
It's 6th level.
6th level. All right. Yep. Roll a d20 for me.
Ooh, not 20.
All right.
Yay!
You press the symbol of Moradin into your chest and you feel that warm glow. Oh, and your shoulders relax back as you feel this invigorating flow back into your body as you're restored your 70 hit points or whatever.
Holy fuck, Baron,
what
you're
is it?
clutching.
Yes, 70. 70.
And you, sir, are healed.
Oh, thank God. Thank Moradin.
Who needs guns when you can just heal? Am I right?
Ew.
I mean, I'm a cleric. It's what I do.
Yeah. All right.
I am going to. I'm gonna move here. Wait, is that puts me? Is that the captain there?
Yep, the captain's there, so he would get an attack if you moved.
He
out.
would get an attack of opportunity. I'm not gonna move then. I
You just healed 70 points. What do you mean, man? You're fine.
know, but he also has a gun.
I don't want to go to Disneyland.
Guys, can you imagine
I'm
Eno with
scared.
guns?
Anyway, I've been blasted. Blasted.
Stop.
Yeah, I
Shoot,
think that's
shoot
all I
first
can
and
do.
ask questions later.
Alrighty.
Pew, 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 pew.
It is. Oh, that guy's dead. Zor's up.
Go.
Which guy?
This guy that's right there. He's dead.
Oh, wait.
I threw him off the ship because he was getting in the way of everything else. You know, not like there's anything else that's going on this map right now. All right, Kazur's up. He's gonna step up here and he's gonna go for the dudes that are a little bit weaker than the captain in front of Baron here.
Kill.
So he has
Kill
advantage.
Zur.
Desperate.
He has advantage. One was a natural 1. And the other was a natural 20.
Hey!
Incredible.
I think he kills this guy. The shame that it wasn't the captain. I made the poor choice here. Well, as the DM, I made the good choice, but as a player,
Yeah.
You didn't make the poor choice. Kazur did.
48 points of damage in one shot.
Guy in red, right?
Yeah, that guy's gone.
He's
Bye.
dead.
He a deado. But
this
that
guy
also
drown
means that the two people next to that guy get Whales of the Grave, so they take 2d8 damage each.
Excuse me?
Whales.
It's a ranger, gloomstalker, whatever.
Mm.
It's basically it's helping with hordes. It hurts anybody near the person who just died.
That's sick.
And then
That-
he gets 2 more
I know-
attacks.
I know
Oh,
the
that-
spelling is like whales, like whaling, but I like to think of it as like beluga whale.
Like a big ass whale just shows up and slaps him off the boat.
And he finishes off this other guy back here too, because Kazur is broken.
I'm the whale of the grave, bitch.
All right.
Oh, it's a rogue thing. Sorry, not a ranger.
Either way,
Mm.
Kazur is gonna take shelter behind the stairs, and this guy abandons ship off the other side. That guy, he's gonna attempt to grab onto your ship, but I don't think it's gonna work. No,
I
it
hope
does
you
not.
swallow a lot of seawater, sir.
So he gets pushed back. The other guy is abandoning ship as well.
Bye.
Fire has now completely engulfed their ship. And they can't really see their captain. They're just fucking getting out of Dodge. They're like, you know what?
Yay.
Open seas is worth it. Ina, you're up. You're currently a fire elemental on the other ship. Well, on the gangplank to the other ship, which is currently almost in ashes.
I'll be like, okay, well, that's job done. I'm gonna bonk. Oh. Bonk. I'm landing on him.
All right, roll your damage. 1d10.
Nope. Yeah, I guess because I'm just touching him too. And that's just like because I'm landing on him. And then I'm gonna attack him.
Mm.
Well, you'll
What do you
attack him. You can't attack when you're on the same spot. So you'll attack him and then land on him. So do your 2 attacks. So roll to hit twice.
Oh. Yeah, you're getting fucked, brother.
Would-
yeah.
She would probably have advantage, right? Because I'm engaged
You
with him.
You're there.
are flanking. Yes, sir.
Tactics.
Yeah.
Tactics.
All right.
Master
I
tactician.
played Fire Emblem
bear.
too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 22, and then
My brother got
so the
a
first one was 22
to hit.
to hit.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Uh, 9. No. Okay. Dink. 15
Points of damage or to hit?
to hit.
To hit does not hit. So you get
Okay.
1 hit.
Okay. 26%. Dink. 13.
All right. Yeah, he's. Oh, and roll your 1d10 for landing on him.
9. 4.
He's looking real rough.
Fucking burn, bitch.
The end of Ina's turn. Rose, you're up.
Yeah, I'm. How is he look? He said he's looking rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like
He
bloody.
would- But he's battered. Not quite bloodied yet, but I mean, he's on fire. He's got some slash marks from a great axe in him. He's not looking great.
Okay, well, there's a fire in my eyes and it's not the ship. And
Will I get attacked too?
oh, will you?
Because it says I can move through spaces arrows 1 inch wide. Like, can I just go get really skinny?
I'll just
every time she
I'll just
stabs?
you're just the fire on him at this point. It just kind of like slashes through you. It's not.
Okay.
Okay, 24.
I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and non-magical attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Is a 24 hit?
Yeah, sorry. I was reading fire elemental things.
Does a
I
28
Get it,
hit?
Aggie?
Yes. Those both hit.
Okay. 24 hits, yeah.
Those
we know
hit.
this.
How do you want to do it?
Let's go!
Hmm.
Fuck them up.
Ooh. Ina's fully like gonna go.
Rosaline is really angry. Could I make it really gruesome?
Yeah, go for it.
Please.
She does a whole maneuver where she chops off both arms, and then he like falls to his knees, cause you know he's like lost his limbs, and then she just like decapitate after the last part.
So, Baron, after getting
Fuck
shot in the chest, you look down and you see that your plate armor, your very finely made plate armor, just has this hole about the size of a gold coin in it, and there's just this cloud of smoke around you. As you look up and the smoke kind of fades away, you can see this cylindrical tube that's pointing and leads back up the arm of the captain of the pirate ship that just harried your guys' ship. And as the smoke clears enough to see his smile, you just see the flash of Rose's axe shink, as the arm and the gun, holding the gun still, falls to the ground with a clatter. As he turns, Rose comes back across the other side and cuts the other arm off. You kick the legs out from under him as he kneels down, unable to hold himself up. Kind of gathers the blood in his mouth and tries to spit, but as soon as he does, another flash of light as Rose's axe comes clean across the neck of the captain before rolling across the deck of the ship, and his body just collapses over to the side.
Wrong
Yay.
shit.
Holy fuck.
After Rose has done this, she like takes a deep breath and like stores back Agatha, but with like not even thinking, she immediately heads off to check on her deckhands and see what she can do to help and like try to get them to wake and heal by like, you know, healing them out whatever way she can.
Given the circumstances and that there is no longer any problem or enemies in the area, you can easily, especially with the help of Baron, get your deckhands back up without too much issue. They're gonna need some rest, but they
Yeah.
are up
So-
and breathing still.
So will Baron
So-
and Rosaline because they've been up all day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is there still fire on our ship?
There is still fire. I figured you guys would take the effort to put that out.
Nah,
as
I
well.
will-
the ambiance.
I will.
Yeah, I figured that was
But
as
can
soon
I
as people were
do-
dead, it was like, get the fires.
Yeah. Can I do something cool?
Yeah,
Or try to?
do it.
Because it's a spell?
Do it.
I'm gonna roll a d20 just to see if this spell even works.
What's the spell?
He won't say until he rolls.
okay,
like,
I
I'm not
rolled
gonna
a
give you this.
7.
what's the spell though? And what level is it?
Control water.
What level is it?
It's level 4.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm fine?
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool. Okay. So there's a part of control water allows you to redirect the flow, and you can cause like water to go up
Mhm.
things and stuff. And I just kind of wanted the water to kind of just come in, go over the flames, and then just back to the sea.
That's cool.
So after
Nice.
being shot and watching the captain be dismembered in front of him, Baron kind of like stands there for a second, looks around and sees that the boat's still on fire, grasps the amulet, raises his hand up as Ina the fire elemental comes like like, no, wait, don't do it yet. As Baron brings the water down over the deck and washes all of the fire away. And as he does, the form of the fire elemental Ina drops. And then there's just a completely doused, wet Ina just standing in front of Baron.
Oh, sorry, Ida.
It's alright, you feel sick.
I mean,
Plus,
we
now I
could
don't
all
need a
probably
bath.
use a shower. Yes, that's exactly it.
There you go.
And yes, obviously after that, I would be using my healing powers on my injured
Yeah.
deckhand friends.
I think Rose would also yell at the top of her lungs, all hands on deck, medical attention, you know, like trying to get the other people up. and try to
Repairs.
assist.
Everybody get
Yeah,
up here and do some
repairs.
shit.
Can I,
Um,
yeah,
which is
bring
easy enough to
people
do. Yeah. You go below deck. The kids are kind of cowering behind some boxes and barrels. Some of the
Oh,
other
do not let the
deckhands.
kids up here. We have decapitated bodies up here.
I
We
want
can
to
kick them into the
pirate
water.
captain as well.
Some of the
True,
other
good call.
deckhands have like makeshift weapons and stuff, and they're kind of like behind boxes ready in case anything made its way down there. But you get the sense that not everybody is prepared for combat, but a few of them, the ones that were up on hand, were. But you bring everybody up on deck. They begin repairs on the sails, on the decks that caught on fire, patching people up and laying them to rest, the ones that need to sleep, and just generally preparing everybody to deal with what just transpired. Ina.
To use like elementals, like to be an elemental, you have to use both your wild shapes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, if we're not in combat, can I wild shape again or no? I can't. I can't.
No, you cannot wild chip again. Once you use
Totally
your
straight.
2, you have to take, I believe for you, it's a short rest because
Short
you're
rest.
a moon druid.
Okay.
Rose.
I was about to say, after like we get some of the people off to go get rested and healed, I think Rose would look at the captain's like belongings and stuff.
Mhm.
Sure. Between the few, I think there were 3 that died on deck. There was
Yeah, there was 3.
there were 4. There were the 2 swashbucklers, a regular pirate, and then the captain.
Mhm.
Between the 2 swashbucklers, you find like 15 gold, 3 silver, and a few copper, just kind of in their pockets. 2 cutlasses. They're nothing special. They're pirate swords. The regular pirate had pretty normal tunic. He had 15 silver on him, and a heavy crossbow with a handful of bolts. And then the captain did have a very finely made, it seems to be made in the same way as the cutlasses, but is much better quality and is much finer than the cutlasses that you got off of the other 2 pirates, as well as a set of pretty finely made studded leather armor and the gun with a pouch full of what appears to be some sort of round, larger ball bearings or something of the sort. You're not entirely sure.
Have we ever seen a gun before?
Not
Like,
you
probably
3.
Kazur, but
You 3 have not. Kazura has experienced them in a minimal aspect, but does know about them.
I want, not that I'm going to use it, but I want to study the fuck out of that thing. Because
Mhm.
that's like,
So I guess Rose is like looking at it like, what is this? Some sort of
Yeah, so
tool?
looking at it,
It's in the barrel.
looking at it, it has the handle of a hand crossbow, which you guys are all familiar with. The hand crossbow, very simple. It's wooden. It's got a trigger on it that just latches the bow back in the crossbow, and then when you pull the trigger, it drops that latch, and the bow flies forward. But instead of having the bow and all of that latch work on the top, it is a large cylindrical tube with walls that are about a 1/4 inch thick. It's very heavy. It's much heavier than you expect it to be when you first pick it up. And it appears to be that the handle kind of at where the trigger it is, it breaks open, and there's a large cavity that leads down. So it's just a tube. And then below that tube, there's a small little bowl in it that appears to have some sort of black burnt residue in it. And then when you close it, there's a latch that has a what you guys know as flint in the back. That when you pull the trigger, kind of sitting here experimenting with it, it flings that flint forward, and you see sparks fly out of it. Baron, given your engineering history, you can make pretty good sense of it. It would take you some work to make one, but you can make sense of how all of this stuff interacts, where that hammer flies forward with the flint, sends sparks into that bowl of whatever ignitable that is, which then ignites, causing an explosion that ejects a projectile out that cylindrical tube on the top of this thing.
I don't know what this is, but maybe you'll be interested in it, Baron.
And she like is definitely holding it incorrectly, but is holding it out.
I guess Rose would have saw me get shot with it, right?
Oh yeah.
There was. Oh, I did. I was. about to
You
say
were
there was, like,
standing right
fire.
there.
Is this what
It-
injured you earlier?
It fucking killed.
You look at his chest and there's a hole, like a clean circular hole in his plate armor, and there's some blood that's kind of leaking out of it still.
Yeah, Rose like leans over and is looking at it and is like,
That is a clean.
she can't say shot. That is a clean.
Yeah, you could, because you shoot a bow.
True.
That's a clean shot.
Yeah, I mean, he was 5 feet away from me, so I'm not too impressed, but it fucking hurt.
What did it
This
feel like?
is felt like getting
Shot.
hit with a. I was gonna say hit by a car, but we don't have those either.
I've heard being shot feels like being stung like by a bee at first.
True. Yeah, because it's hot, right?
Yeah, like a hot bee.
Well, and it's just so fast that it's like a pinpoint, and then after a second, your body's like, "Oh, hey, that did
Right.
more
It
than
felt
just that."
Yeah.
I know this sounds fucked up, but it felt like being stung by a really hot bee.
Kazur kind of
I-
steps up and puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, "I'm quite impressed you're still standing after that."
I'm a fucking dwarf.
That's true. They have bigger ones. I
Dude.
hope we don't encounter those at any point.
I mean, this is kind of troublesome, and I feel like we're kind of lacking back home with our compared to this as far as weaponry goes. And
Well, if it makes you feel better, these are few and far between outside of the one city that makes him. The fact that he had one is kind of surprising. It's
Which city would that be?
1 second while Fork goes and looks at his map because I don't have everything memorized.
No worries.
Because I'm a terrible DM,
No.
What
that would
the
be
fuck?
Masarawak.
Sarawak. And we're not going there.
Sarawak.
We're going to
You're going to Davicia.
Division. Okay.
Did we recognize sails? Like anything like
Yeah.
identifying these pirates on their sails, or did I miss that?
Say nobody really looked.
They burn.
Once they launched their flaming projectile at you, you all kind of got focused on battle and didn't really pay attention to the ship. Looking back as it sails away, everything's engulfed in flames. You're not entirely sure anything else about it.
Does he have any like marks on him? Like any like a signet ring or anything?
The pirate captain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check. See if you can find anything.
While they're doing that and Rosaline's handed over the gun, Rosaline's gonna start counting the gold and question how much would be good money to pay the 3 that were like up on the deck as hazard pay.
14.
14. Also, the captain had
yeah.
about 35 gold, 12 silver, and 15 copper on him.
I mean, I'd be down to split that between those deckhands.
That's
Mhm.
what I was thinking. I was like, I could just give them the skull and be like, this is hazard pay. I hope this helps.
You don't find anything specifically identifying. He does have a handful of rings on both hands. None of them very finely made. It appears that they're just kind of there for show.
Does he have any birth markings or like scars or anything?
He's got a fine gold necklace around his neck that does not have any significant symbolism on it. It appears to just kind of be the general, like the Jolly Roger of this area. It's like, you know, I'm a pirate, I have this necklace kind of thing. As far as tattoos or scars or anything, he's got a bunch of scars. He's a pirate. He's been known to get in there with swords and daggers. But he does have one interesting tattoo that leads from the elbow down to the wrist and leads on to the pinky. It starts out as a serpent's head on the elbow, kind of like the mouth opening where the elbow bends, and the wings wrap around the forearm, and the tail wraps around kind of like a bracelet and then leads down the pinky. It's very interesting. You've never seen a tattoo quite so intricate. And the fact that it wraps around the arms and around the arm in different places, and the tail leads down onto the pinky. It's very delicately done for a pirate's tattoo.
A what? Sorry, what was it?
A dragon.
Dragon.
So the mouth is like where the elbow bends, so it almost looks like the mouth opens and closes when he moves his arm. And then as it goes down, the wings wrap around the forearm, kind of like grasping it. And then the lower half, the tail comes down and wraps around the wrist and then flows down the pinky. It's not necessarily distinguishable, but it's definitely not something that you guys are used to seeing so intricately and delicately done, especially on a hardened sea sailor.
Ina's gonna draw it. Remember it.
Most important question, did he have a cool pirate hat?
He did have a cool pirate hat.
And
It's a
Is his
nice
head still on the boat?
His head is still on the boat. It's kind of rolling back and forth with the waves rocking back and forth, but the hat fell off whenever he was decapitated. It's a nice tri-fold hat, or tri-corner, whatever the hell those things are called. Black leather with gold filigree. It's a little worn and weathered, definitely crispy after the fight that just happened, but there is a mostly left red feather sticking out of it as well.
Who would it look the best on?
Not Rose. Rose has horns.
And you go to put
Rose
it
has
on,
horns.
you go to put it on Ina's head, and it's a bit too big for her Nomus stature.
Okay. Well, I'm not giving it to Kazur. So I'm wearing it.
It's a perfect
yeah.
fit.
Perfect.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes, Rose.
You see Baron's chest puff out, and he has a new sense of confidence and cockiness about
And as
him.
he puffs his
walking
chest
around the
out
ship.
and stands a little taller, you hear a little clink, pling, ting, 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 as the bullet that was lodged in his chest has now been pushed out by the heal spell from earlier.
Oh, fuck. That felt really good. Holy shit. I'm glad that's out of me.
Yes, Rose.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, or ask, is 50 gold a lot for a deckhand?
50 gold is a lot for a deckhand. For like a 1 day kind of thing. Like you paid 322 gold for the whole ship for a month.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to like give them all 50 and they'd be like, this sucks. So I'm questioning.
they're
like,
used-
do I give them all 50?
They're used to like 2 or 3 gold a week. So that's what deckhands usually live off of. A gold is a lot in this time. Like,
Okay, so we have I have 50 gold. I was like, I'm just gonna split it between the 3, but like that doesn't split evenly. So I was willing to
Okay.
add like 10 more just to make it
Yeah.
10, 10, 10.
I'll do it too.
Or not 10, 10, 10. Sorry, 20, 20, 20.
I mean, if 20 gold is like months worth of work for them, like, or wages, you know what I mean? Should we just do like 10 each? It seems like
I don't know. I
Like,
just
'cause
was like,
something
I'm
might
sorry
happen
you
again.
almost died. Here's 10.
you're right. You're right. Yeah,
Well, we
and
could
it
do
would
it to-
inspire others to be brave.
I don't want them to, actually.
Well, we could give like each one of them 10 and like include the 2 people that were up top during the storm with me.
Oh,
Like the captain that took the exhaustion points.
Captain.
The 2 exhaustion points.
I'm doing it for hazard pay, but you're right. Those people, then all deckhands, because there's deckhands who needed to be there too.
Yes, everyone deserves a share of the spoils, I
Let's-
think.
Yeah, let's just. I don't mind honestly filling it up. Enid does not give a fuck about money, so like whatever needs to be caught, like
So-
filled in.
So we
This
get
is how
10 gold.
pirates start.
So how many people are on the ship? That's
11.
Not
12
including
for
you
2.
guys, 12.
not including us.
12 or
And not including
No.
Daxmel. Fuck off. He's not getting
so
shit.
then yes, 12. Not including
There's
you guys are
6
dick.
hands, and then the
Yeah, he didn't
There's-
help us.
3
4
specialists.
hands, 2 kids. Captain, navigator, quartermaster, weapons master. So 10.
master.
Okay.
10. So that's just 100 gold to get 10 gold for everyone. So if you guys, if we add like 50 in, that's enough to give everyone like 10 gold of hazard pay. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
thank you for dealing with pirates and thank you for dealing with the storm. Here's 10 for hazard pay. And they're just like, what?
This is real D&D. Figuring out hazard pay for the imaginary deckhands that barely did anything.
Well, they had to deal with the storm too, so it makes sense to me that they get the 10 gold for like dealing
True,
with
true.
that.
Or do you wanna each
True.
give 30, no. How much? Because it's half of 50. Or like a third of 50. What's a
I thought-
third of 50?
I thought Nude said everybody put 10 in and then that would bounce it out. How much gold did you get from the pirates? I don't even
50.
remember what I said. You got
50 gold.
50.
50 more.
You need
Yeah,
50
we need
more
50
gold.
more.
So
Yeah.
between the 4 of you,
Oh,
it's like
Zura's doing it too.
Oh yeah, true.
he's not here. I can donate his money. That
Zura's
would
like,
be
they
He's
did
very
good work.
generous today.
that would be what,
Yeah.
12 and a half? 12 and a half gold each?
Oh. Oh
Yeah.
no, I lost 12 gold and a half. Oh no.
Oh no.
How do you do half?
That's
Fif-
5 silver.
Yeah.
All right, done.
All right. As your
Oh.
deckhands, go ahead.
I'm gonna do something a little fucked up, but I want to try this gun out, and this is kind of fucked up, but I'm gonna take the pirate's head, and I'm gonna put it I'm gonna balance it as much as I can on the ledge here,
The ledge? Where?
and then
Okay.
I want to shoot it,
As you,
but like
you set the
from like
head
10
up,
feet away.
you set the head up and attempt to get the gun to work. But you notice the bowl that is like charred and scarred from explosions is not currently full, and you guys did not find any of the explosive or powder or anything that you think would work in this cavity to make this thing function. So you have the gun and you have
Okay.
7 rounds of ammunition, but you have no means of firing the gun at the moment. You need
Okay, well I'll
the
just
accelerant.
I'm gonna first level guiding bolt it then.
Okay. Baron goes to try and shoot the gun. He's like, damn it. Just shoots a little guiding bolt out. You see a sparkling head go flying into the water. Yes,
There we
Rose.
go. I didn't want the kids to see the head.
Yeah, I was
True.
gonna toss the head too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Rose.
After you do that, Rose is like,
Oh, good idea. Well, sort of. You have the ability to clean, right?
I do not.
You don't have
I
prestidigitation.
for some reason can't get prestidigitation, or at
Cleric-
least it doesn't show it on D&D
Clerics-
Beyond for me.
Clerics don't get
Clerics don't have
prestidigitation.
it.
No.
Who
Oh.
had
I
this-
can wash with water though. I
Was
can
it
get water.
fucking
Scalefound
Was it
had it because he was a
Scalefound?
sorcerer. Because he is a sorcerer, yeah.
stupid bitch? Oh,
You can.
right,
It
that
the
was-
blood's still fresh enough. You can scrub it out. It's fine.
Rose is like counting gold, and she goes, "Right, that was Scalefound. Sorry. I'm gonna go give hazard pay, and then ask some of the more energized deckhands to come help clean."
And she leaves to go do exactly that.
Also, most of the deck is scorched, so there's not a whole lot to be seen aside from scorch marks. So that's good. Just throw the body parts off.
I think
The
Ina.
scorch needs to be clean too.
Better than blood. For the kids, anyway. What's Ina doing?
Is this area dirty?
The back of the ship, no.
Okay. I'm gonna get like a sleeping bag or whatever, and I'm gonna sleep on top of deck. I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna take a little nap on top in case people need me, because I'm not fucking being woken up by a cannonball again.
Okay. All right.
She's gonna
Well,
go to sleep.
as you deliver some hazard pay and put your much injured deckhands to rest, and you take your rest as
Can I get
well.
Ina again, by the way.
No.
Short rest or long rest? Probably short rest.
You guys will get a long rest, but I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there, guys.
Okay. Oh my god, that was so fucking fun.
We survived the sea battle.
That
We
was
did,
so
one of 'em.
stressful. When they kept coming with
Pirates!
things, I was so scared.
That is.
Wait, when they what, sir?
Kept coming over the plank. I'm like, fuck, stop
Mm.
coming over.
That is 8 out of your like 14, 15 days of travel. You're halfway there.
Living on a prayer. Let's go.
Oh, 8 out of the 8. So it was the 28th, and then it gets there's 30 days in a month, right?
Mhm. Yep.
So then we go to
The 6th of the 8th month, which
6th.
I'm. Okay, so far I need to make a calendar with days of the week. I need to draw the automatic sculptures that are in Masarawak as well. And I need to draw a picture of the gun so you guys have a little bit of a better idea of what I'm talking about.
Did
Let me make that list real
when
quick.
I had that dream, I realized that it was a dream, but did I wake up with that sculpture, or was that a completely dream item?
I actually
yeah.
meant to say that, and then something distracted me. But you did actually wake up with that little wooden carving in your hands.
Oh, I don't know if it was Moradin or Melora that helped me.
True.
To finish that night, Baron would have taken the gun down, and he would have, where he drew the wheelchair, or had Kazur draw the wheelchair, he would start sketching the gun, because he's got like the blueprint section of his little journal.
All right.
And he would also pray to Melora.
All right.
Hey.
And with that, you all go to rest for the evening. Soar, some of you more holy than you once were, and a little concerned about what may be in store for you in the future, given what you just experienced at sea. But that's where we're gonna pick up next time.
Yay.
Good job, guys! You beat pirates.
We did it!
Yay.
That was
We killed
fun.
It was
Pirate.
fun.
Remember
It
the
is
pirates?
it's extremely stressful playing a spellcaster that sometimes can't use spells now.
So, it's mainly meant for the high level spells. If you noticed, if it was third or
Yes.
below, it didn't really matter. And even for your 6th level that you roll, it was only an 8 DC on the D20.
I see.
The
it's
fact
still
that you
it's still spooky.
it's still spooky.
for
The fact that
healing
you
spells.
rolled a 2 on the very first spell that had a chance for it was just very unfortunate.
Definitely.
But
Definitely. It's interesting though.
there are
Curveball.
certain areas in the world that will lead to higher DCs for that, and there are certain areas that will lead to no DCs, like Delvincia, which Kazur can tell you in game is a very religious place. That's kind of what they were founded on. There will not be any DCs in Delvincia for your spells. But if you go
Let's
to
stay
a
there
town,
for the rest of the campaign.
if you go to a town who doesn't have any kind of faith, there will be a change and shift in the DCs for your spells to be cast.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's not like yeah, you got to roll a 15 to cast your 4th level cure wounds. It's like you got to roll like a 7 or an 8 or above to get it. So it's not as bad as it
I
sounds,
see.
but it adds a little bit more thought into what you're doing, you know?
Hmm.
It's not
Mhm.
just like, oh yeah,
It
I can
does.
fucking revivify anybody at any point that I want to. So,
I cannot. I don't have any diamonds. Nobody died.
Nobody died.
All right.
A part of me is like, I like this risk. If I die, I die.
Mhm.
Scary.
But
Yay, that was a good
all
fight.
right,
I was
well,
happy.
thanks for playing, guys. It was good to get back to it.
Thanks
I
so
hope
much.
you
Yes,
guys
that was fun.
have a
Bye,
good night,
Have
guys.
a good sleep.
Bye
You too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
bye. Bye, chat.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out, guys. It's always a lot of fun. It was a little bit different today. I gave him a little bit of more horde combat than just like one chonky dude to fight. Maybe next time we'll see where they take him. Hopefully Kazur will be back with us. We are heading to his hometown, so there's a bit more to be done there. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I love you, and I love you. Have a good night.